I don't give a fuck, homie. Everywhere we rapping half court. You know, yeah, we in the court. Dunking on niggas. Dunking on niggas. Half court. You know, yeah, we in the court.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to the Half Court Podcast. What is Gucci Manucci's? And today we got...
Oh, you need a shirt that says that. I'm going to make you... You need a shirt.
Oh, I was just saying that. That is crazy. I was just saying that.
I need some money. I'm broke. It's cold.
Bro, it's catchy. That shit is catchy. Shirts are coming soon, so y'all stay on the lookout
bro,
for that.
For real.
Oh,
hey,
yeah, with the shirts, we're going to have to figure it out because...
Hey,
bro, you know there's so many ways.
We're gonna need Young Israel's expertise, bro, because this whole fucking
it's been a
passing shirts out. Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
dude, you just gotta keep. You know how to get people to buy your shit.
Yeah.
I mean, not to buy them, but keep a system. That's what we've been struggling.
You know, I know. I want to take advantage of
for your merch. You're talking about.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I want to take advantage of this quarantine and make sure have you design something. Mm-hmm. What is Gucci Manucci? Mm-hmm. Boom.
I got you.
Anyways, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a interesting podcast. I think it's going to be exciting because it's just freestyle. So we got Israel in the building.
Oh, you Jose, his father, or Indica Pharaoh.
The reason why I just pointed to you is because
who am I here as? That's what I got to know.
Exactly. Is it Indica? Is it?
Am I Indica? Am I Jose? It's like J. Paulo.
Yes. So right now, as you know, AV behind the camera, but right now, man, we're just gonna go with it. So how you guys been, man?
Man, I'm alive, bro, so I can't complain.
Yeah,
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, and really good. Y'all repping the Just Water. Shout out to Just Water. They're doing some good things out here. So. Yeah. Man, what do you guys want to get started on? Like what? So there's a lot.
You said it where you said the first thing we're gonna fucking talk about is COVID.
You already know.
Is what?
COVID. Like you already know.
Okay.
That's the hot topic right now. But man, what I've been doing I took this opportunity to go ahead and do a reset during the pandemic. What do you want to call it? I went ahead.
What does he need?
A sticker for the podcast,
bro. Fucking idiot.
That's good. Leave this in. That's hilarious.
He really interrupted the. Yeah, damn. He's been here for like probably 3 hours, and he comes in like, I want to get a sticker. I got him later. He can wait. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Awesome. That's awesome. I needed that laugh.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. So
I was saying I was just doing a reset, bro, because I'm one of the blessed ones, I guess. Because don't get me wrong, when I'm saying this, I'm gonna preface before I say anything. I'm aware that a lot of people are struggling, and a lot of people are having,
dying and shit.
That being said, I'm not one of those people. So. I had a great time. I just been lounging around, reading shit, learning languages, cooking, taking walks, working out. You inspired me to start working out again. One of those videos.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, with the video where you were doing the bands on the door.
Oh, okay.
Thanks. But it was good. Yeah, but it ignited that competition that you get from like sports.
Yes.
I'm gonna compete with this nigga like virtually. He didn't even know. He don't even know I'm getting gains here.
That's what's up, man. And that's the reason why I do it. Like, I don't do it in a cocky way because sometimes you can get cocky with it.
You have to be a little bit.
I do it in a way just
cocky.
to maybe that's the spark, So like working out, especially in this quarantine. Like if you're fat, you have some issues, man. If you gain weight during this fucking shit,
well, come on. To begin with, you have issues because that's
like that.
Say what?
Obesity. I mean, depends. I don't know what
you, dude.
I don't know what they're. The fat people calling already. The CDC calling already, or FTC, whatever. I was going to say about being overweight. Yes, it is an issue because that's one of the underlying factors of people getting, dying of COVID related illnesses is respiratory shit. So yes. Get in shape. Do some push-ups.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was a perfect time for you to get. Hey, put that in silence, bud.
Bro.
Damn, son, your hose is blowing you up.
I know, I'm a barber, bro.
I think, man. I think it was the right time to just craft anything. Like, I've been with my lady for 5 years and 6 years now, and I knew, like, thanks to this quarantine, I'm figuring out that she knows how to draw. She did that. Goku, that's right behind there. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why am I finding this out now? Like, what?
That is fire.
Yeah, and she did a sick ass Rick and Morty. So it's like she took the time that quarantine to kind of craft and take that art to the next level. When I'm like, why didn't you do this before? You know?
You know what I'm thinking in my head? What I'm thinking? Oh, it's like took this nigga 6 years to learn about this bitch.
Bro, I'm done with you, bro. I'm about to pull a SpongeBob. Bro, but what were you doing
for the last 6 years?
It's just working. No, it's just like,
oh, hey, what's up? How are you?
It's like I never see her touch a pencil.
Oh,
or a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like
shit.
Never, like never.
That's God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, anyways, my point is,
that's awesome though.
People are really
segue back to the t-shirts. Looking at that drawing. Can she draw other stuff? Can she draw your face?
No, it's more cartoon.
Okay.
More,
no,
yeah.
Can she draw a cartoon version of your face?
Maybe. I don't know.
If she can, get me that in a vector, not in a vector, but like a just outline without color, scanned, boom, and I go to Gucci Manucci. And that enhances your little t-shirt game a little bit better. If she can. If not, no worries.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
We'll find something. That's an idea. But that's why
ultimate test.
Yeah.
I threw that out there, man, because I've been hitting that this thing earlier. So if I don't throw your idea out now, I'm like, what the hell is that thing? Fuck it, it's getting high again. Trying to, if I go find it, you ever try to get high again to go find the idea that was up there?
No.
Oh, did you? Because you know what I'm talking about. Because that's where it was. Like, I'm gonna get high again. Let me go. Because you know when you go into a room and
so you think that getting high again will help you find? Have you?
Maybe you'll find a new idea.
Yes, it has. I mean, for me, it has. Well, I'm just saying, like, you know, when you walk into a room and you're like, "What the fuck was I?" Then you got to walk back in and go try to remember what the fucking walk back in. Yeah, just like that. Because your eyes where you were when you had the idea. Because you get higher, like you think, you know, an elevated sense. Yeah. But then you leave it there. You come back down and you forgot to bring the idea with you. So what you been up to?
Yeah, I've been vibing. Just not to lie. I've been working and working and working.
Working where?
At Target. Oh, and watching my brother too. Like, I have had no free time, but now I'm getting cleared up on the weekends, so I can actually focus on things. But I'm working on getting a car.
Y'all been nonstop, huh? Yeah. So like you've been.
I just now have time to work on the website.
Yeah.
Are you guys making people wear masks in the store?
Dude, it is garbage, dude.
What is your take on that? Do you think it's necessary? I think it's.
Oh man, bro,
it's necessary.
If you're in a crowded area, but if you're like out, like taking a walk,
I think they scared us so much that they have to do these precautions to bring us back out because people are scared about going around people. There's still a large people. There's mainly the places that are like Republican states seem to be the ones that are like let us work. You know what I mean? Or places that aren't as affected, which aren't as highly populated. But I think that the masks. From what I've heard, they say it cuts it down to 3 feet, the spray that you normally would have. So if you're trying to keep people 6 feet away, then yeah, that works. But then if people are walking around with no masks, so it's just kind of, I'm just doing it. I do it because, you know, my mom has, you know, a compromised immune system, things like that. I would want people to, you know, for her, so I'm trying to show the same respect that I would want. That's my theory. That's my fucked up thing behind it.
Yeah.
But I think we look goofy. I think the masks gonna be like fidget spinners in the future. Remember, everybody had fidget spinners. Everybody had a fidget spinner. And now you, no one can't see them anymore.
Yeah, with this, I'm kind of glad that they didn't lock down to stay because that's another thing too. Is like locking down to stay. Like they're really telling us what to do. Like we already know how serious this shit is. We know what it can cause and whatever, and what are the side effects and the fucking symptoms and shit like that. But to tell us what to do is like. Bro, like I know California, for example, they went in a fucking lockdown. New York went in a lockdown. But, yeah, I think what people just need to do is just like fucking take the right precautions, which I doubt they're going to do. But that's at the end of the day, that's going to be on you, right? So with the clubs reopening and all these, you know, social places
they better
opening,
play Mask Off by Future. If they don't, fire that DJ immediately.
Oh my God, I feel so like
fuck it, Mask Off.
I feel sorry for these people, but like it's just what it is. Like really, like
what do you mean these people?
that go to the fucking club.
Nigga, that's the thing with that. It's bad for everybody because even the ones that don't go to the club now, like,
are gonna interact with the people.
Yeah, so basically
that could have been avoided though.
Yeah, but shit, it fucks everybody.
But we don't take it into consideration.
So you just feel bad for the ones at the club. You don't feel bad for. I feel bad for the ones that didn't go to the club and now they interact with the motherfucker at the club and that went out there. But I don't know, bro. I've been cutting hella hair, so I can't even. I don't know where these motherfuckers have been.
Yeah, you heard that barber that died from getting.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that was the week before we went back to work. That was a thing that I think every barber had to think about. Like, okay, is it? I'm gonna be basically risking my fucking life to pay bills. So that's the.
Well, you risk your life to pay bills anyway.
Yeah,
every day. Anyway.
Yeah,
it's just
every day.
You're like, get outside, walk outside.
Yeah, I guess just like barbering and tattooing and shit like that is one of those that you have to be close to people. So, I mean. People fist bump and shit, but it's like we're touching your fucking.
Man, we're gonna be like Demolition Man. You ever seen that movie?
No.
Oh shit, man! Anybody that's seeing this right now, they're laughing. They know exactly what I'm talking about. Because in a movie, they don't. In the future, they like this is like put your hand up like this, and that's how they greet each other in the future. So that's like what we are now. Like, yeah, that's how you say hi, and then you circle your hand.
It's still. This is the new normal. It's so damn weird, but I don't know. The only thing is like
I miss dapping
one thing I do like. One thing I do like is at the store, like people actually kind of stay away a little bit. Cause I would hate when the motherfucker comes up behind me, like you're paying, and then they come and set their shit next to yours.
Yeah, like dude,
it's like, bro, chill.
Not that when they got this feet right there. They got you're talking about like stores, right? In line?
Yeah,
yes, bro. There was this lady was like right there, and I was like. I pointed, she's like, I'm not moving. And I was like, I hope you die, bitch.
Bro, I had this dude and he was like, he came up like that, set the shit on the counter right behind me. And I was like, bro, 6 feet. And then he was like, what, you got it? I was like, I might. And I just fucking looked at him. I was like, I might. And then he just stayed quiet and shit. Fucking retarded.
You might have it, bro. How do you know?
Yeah, that's what I meant by that. It's like, you fucking idiot. That's the whole point. Like, that's the whole point. But I don't know. People are just, I mean, we're not people. Yeah, we're retarded. Like you said last time.
It's just
literally.
Like some people like to act like they're smarter than they really are. But at the end of the day.
I watched a YouTube video. I have a degree in.
You have a degree in what?
YouTube conspiracy videos, man. I have a 7-hour crash course.
Oh, don't get me started with
I like conspiracies. I like them.
Yo,
Jay Paulo has a framed Alex Jones on on top of his bed.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. Alex, I kind of got off the Alex Jones bandwagon right before Trump. He started to get on the Trump.
Oh, I think
back in the
I kind of got off of it when I realized that he was probably on coke. Like
no,
he's probably just fucking.
You knew what he was like. When I got off of his deal, when I figured out all his deal was just to sell products, which is fine. That's what we all do is to push things.
I mean, you got to survive and shit.
Right, but then you realize he became more and more entertainment.
Yeah,
he talked about.
He turned into what he was fucking
hating again. He talked about the Hollywood shit.
Yeah, that's why I hope. I mean, that's what's crazy, bro. About evolving.
You become what you hate.
Yeah, you start. Yeah.
So I got you.
Join them.
But he's funny though, bro. He be saying to me, he cracks me up. Some of the shit he be fucking coming up with, because some of the shit he talks about is real.
What were you saying about gay frogs?
Yeah, yes. But he'll find something and he'll take it.
The thing is, he was one of the probably first to get banned off the internet. Like,
yeah, he got banned off the major. Well, we consider banned off the internet. He got banned off the major, like Twitter, Facebook.
Like that's crazy shit, bro.
He's
to
like
get banned,
like
you can't even. Yeah. No, well, I guess Joe Rogan can have him on. But
yeah, did y'all get the checks?
No, lovely checks. I ain't got my check yet.
You haven't gotten yours?
I'm a dependent, so
but
I got good taxes back. So I was like,
yeah. No, I haven't got mine.
Did you get your shit, bro?
I'm an illegal.
I'm a fucking alien.
I'm an alien.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
Did you get yours?
Like that sometimes?
I did. I
didn't even have fast food.
But this is the thing. Like, I saved that shit. Just left it there like it wasn't
good.
there,
you
know,
because
nice seeing that shit like on Facebook where everybody just spending their money on dumb shit.
Dude,
you know, like
Target.
The purpose of that wasn't for you to blow that shit. The purpose was to stretch it.
Go blow it though, fuck it, because the barbers and the clubs and bartenders and shit need money right now.
Yeah, go blow it on them. Go spend. Go support local
business.
We need to catch up on bills,
dude. People were wilding out with that money.
Yeah, they were. Like, do you realize that 1,200 isn't shit? Like,
I had the homie and he put the money on his Snapchat, and he was like, basically, let's get fucked up. It's on me.
I need better friends like that.
Like, bad shit. He was like, hit me up.
It's people that never had money. So like,
that motherfucker, he has money. That's why he blew it.
To Target, being like,
that's different.
Oh,
like,
I never had a TV. I never had a console before. So this $1,200, I'm about to get me a TV and a console because they're still working or whatever. But so many people are just blowing it. But you're supposed to put it back and have that just in case something happens if you already are still working.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, 1,200 really at the end of the day, like, let's say somebody that really lost their job and shit, that ain't nothing, bro. Like,
it ain't nothing.
That's
Just
basically
half that's going to your car,
rent, rent, and then fucking.
This shit made me realize how greedy banks are, because despite all the shit, there's,
just pause the payment and put them, just save them for the end.
Exactly. And like,
you can defer. It's called deferring payments. They defer payments all the time. So why not defer the payment?
So it tells you how greedy them banks are.
Well, money doesn't exist anyway, really. It's just putting a squeeze. I think personally, and I'm not going a conspiracy route, but I just think they're setting it like up to see how much they can start easing us towards a one world currency. Because look, what they're doing is they're showing, look, you all suffered the same. Do you see what I'm saying?
I guess that was one thing that.
So if there's another pandemic again in the future,
people can buy
we can. What I'm saying, we can keep the economy afloat because we already are. Whether you want to go on some new world order, we are a one world.
That was one of my fears. Is like the dollar value not worthing like.
But yeah, I mean, you know,
I mean, But
you could use the dollar. The dollar is pretty much was for oil anyway, so it is the currency of the world anyway. Pretty much anyway. But what I'm saying is like it's just kind of just testing us out. So even if they don't put the move on us now, it's putting a squeeze on us just to see how we'll react. Because you got a lot of people that know what's up. They're calling that anyway. They're full on conspiracy. I'm not full on. But I like to kind of my foot over there a little bit every now and then.
Play devil's advocate.
Yeah, just see what they talk about. Because if you cannot be dismissive and just
never be too one sided because you never.
You can never be too wise. You can never be too wise to learn from a fool.
Yep.
So I like to at least know what their mindset is. But that's what it feels like. I have no proof. but that's what it feels like. That they're just kind of setting us up because think about all the shit they were saying. We're in this together, one war, or they would say like a concert.
This whole thing,
we're in this together. We're in this together. We're in this together. Like,
the whole virus thing is just so weird because it hits everybody different. They get different symptoms, and it kind of feels like there's different viruses. Like it feels like
there is like
some crazy, like because it's like. Somebody doesn't show symptoms, but they have it. Yeah. Some of them are fucking about to die. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy.
Because, I mean, there's really no testing, so there's no way to tell it until, I guess, a motherfucker's just...
Dude, it didn't feel like for a minute, man, they were, like, because what you kept hearing, okay, to segue back to Alex Jones for a minute, and to go into Trump, one common thread that they have the same is what? The media, fake news... The ratings are down.
Yeah.
They're desperate. I agree with those gentlemen, but that is a narrative they are pushing. All I did was use anecdotal evidence, take that little thing and apply it to what's going on currently. And the news is making sure that motherfuckers are tuned into these stations. And what better way to keep doing it?
I knew it was fucked when the NBA was over and on ESPN for fucking days and days. It was just like... fucking scientists or like motherfuckers in suit and ties talking some depressing ass shit. I was like, damn, even ESPN is gone.
Speaking of, and they fucking milked the shit out of Jordan and LeBron. They milked the shit, bro. I even stopped watching them, and I'm a big sports head. Every fucking day. Oh, is who's better, LeBron on the flu or Jordan on the flu? Or who's better when both of them have to take a shit? Like, I'm dead. Dumb fucking topics, bro. Like,
hey, having to take a shit is a shitty feeling.
But at the same time, though, as someone, as a content provider, you do got to kind of appreciate what they're up against. Like, they got to come up with something every day.
Yeah, I
to
mean, like
talk
imagine
about.
like with our shit, like
Yeah,
we
like
had to
this.
do
You're
this
just
every
doing
day.
this. Like if you imagine
We'd probably
every
be talking
day
about,
you require 20.
Well, I think it's gonna get to that point.
Hey, who would do better
Hold on.
high,
Listen.
LeBron or?
Right.
He wants it to happen.
Eventually, hey, it's gonna get to that point where we're gonna have so many guests that we're gonna have to probably upload an episode
That's why y'all
most
gotta do
likely
seasons.
every day or every 2 days.
Yeah,
so
that'd be cool.
Be ready,
I can't
motherfucker.
wait.
Yeah, that's what I'm
for that.
saying. Yeah, so
Do
imagine
seasons.
that. Not you're just doing this. What every other day?
But
or
see,
every
another
this.
thing-
Every
Yeah.
day. When I say every day,
It's every
They
day.
have to have
but they
a-
have people doing that shit. They got people writing the
But-
stories.
but
and
they're-
writing-
right now-
Like,
right now is there-
have you never watched the movies like where they're like trying to get the story and they're like, oh no, that story's trash. Blah,
but
blah.
they got,
That's
but
what my
all
sister
we
used
do
to
is
do.
reboots anyway. All our movies were reboots before this shit was coming out anyway. We're just rebooting everything anyway. So that's what we're doing now is just rebooting everything to for what's to fill the gap in.
Yeah, because they were playing
Between-
reruns, but even that shit was kind of depressing. Like,
Yeah.
Because you makes you miss it. You're like,
Yeah.
It's just the 2010s all over.
It is weird watching commercials and movies and shit when they're like hugging and doing stuff before. You're like, oh no, wait a minute, this is before that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
better spread it. You better.
yeah. It was crazy, but
what are y'all's thoughts on the fact that this shit is supposedly killing like minorities more than anybody?
I don't believe it. I don't think.
bro, the thing is weird.
I do. I believe it because if, like, let's say, my bad. If there was I always interrupt.
No, you good. You
not
good.
care what our answer was.
You lucky I forgot. I
Hold
was
on,
really
bro.
good at
He
tricks.
did not care what our answer.
Niggas in the hood are sharing cigarettes and fucking blunts and
Oh, sure,
chugging bottles with each other and shit. So
Okay, but I was just laughing because you didn't hear. You were like, so what do you think? No, bro, let me tell you what I think. This is real.
Happens on the time. I'm already used
well,
to
no,
it.
he said he didn't believe it.
He
so.
doesn't believe it,
What
right? I
about
get
you?
that. I get that. Okay, as
I do
as-
see it from that point, but I don't think it's solely because of their people try to make it a skin color thing more than like the
as a
activities
mixed
that they're
person is
doing.
mixed.
That's
as
what it should be.
I am Caucasian
I
and African descent. It went from haha we can't die from it to they killing us with it real wicked with it. Just swayed. It was remember in the very beginning because remember like they were
Yeah,
just
we
in
always
Africa,
making jokes and shit, yeah.
and they couldn't get it, and all of a sudden now it's like we're dying at an unproportional rate and this and that, but. If we don't apply logic, see when you start talking about it, it's like even I, as a mixed person, I'm like, damn, am I about to be racist? I gotta like analyze the shit that I'm about to say
But fuck it,
because
I mean, just say
no.
it.
I'm just being honest because that's how things work. Because you just it's a slippery slope. But like you were saying, these areas, I need to know the numbers of which black folks are dying. I know it's gonna sound fucked up because there's a lot of well-to-do, educated black folks that live in areas that are not.
The ones that come to my
In the
job.
hood, the area that you're talking about, because usually in those areas they live in closer quarters. They don't have space.
smoking cigarettes.
I mean, they're
doing
sharing
drugs.
things. What it is, but that's just that community. But those communities usually are more. I hate to use the word tribal, but that's not. I'm not using it in a negative sense. I mean in a good sense. They work with they help each other out. They are close quarters, so they have proximity, so they have to work with each other. But are those the ones that are dying, the minorities that are dying? How's it affecting the Hispanic world?
I don't know.
To be honest, I think we're good.
I mean, to be honest,
think-
I've only met one. Or
What about Puerto Rico?
I've
I
only,
don't know.
I
there's a
saw
Puerto
a party
Rico.
last night on my Snapchat. It was like 300 people.
Oh yeah. No, well, that's what I'm telling you. That's
They're all
what.
close.
And then, like
No
for the
masks.
most part, people in our like I said, our social group. Most of those motherfuckers did not stop partying. They were still like drinking.
Well,
They were
but
still
it really
yeah,
affects black
fucking
folks. You
doing-
got to worry about it being Puerto Rican.
Not just black folk. Like I guess
No,
they
I'm
were
saying
saying
minorities. That's the minorities. That's all I heard
they were
about
saying.
black folks. That's why I asked about the
Partying
Hispanic
on
world.
story.
That's why I asked about the
Let me see if
Hispanic
I can
world.
find this shit.
All right, Jamie.
Jamie, get on it.
Get a hold of it, man. So yeah.
Jaime,
That was sick, by the way.
The what?
Y'all driving in the car, drinking.
Oh yeah, the celebration. Yeah.
Hey, we didn't even stop fucking drinking and.
Well, we haven't even stopped doing shit. To be honest, bro, we haven't.
To be
stopped.
honest,
vibing.
the podcast did the best during this quarantine.
Exactly.
Shit.
Yeah,
We
because
got
one of our
we got the best
episodes.
guests.
Yeah.
I mean not best, but like we had like the shit fucking just.
because
Yeah.
nobody has shit to do. People were looking for
Yeah.
content. People were wanting to watch.
We
shit.
got
They're
this
trying to
beautiful
binge watching
desk
the
done
same
during the
shit.
quarantine.
What was that?
The desk. We
Shout out
got
to
done during the-
Vias Carpentry for the desk once
yeah.
again. Yeah.
Gangsters.
And shout out whoever made this logo, man. This shit
shit.
clean.
I know.
All
say
of
that.
them.
All of them.
It's your Hall of Fame, bro.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm over there.
I was like, is that y'all build a studio?
Fashion
Or did
Week.
y'all build me like a shrine? This is like
Man.
a homage to me. But thank you I appreciate the work. Like this is this work because this is y'all. This is not necessarily like when people are like design something. That was you. You told me what to do on that one. You told me what to do on that one. He had, this one was kind of easy to do. Just because it's the AV one. Am I pointing at the right one?
Yeah, you're pointing at the right one.
What was this? I forgot again.
Empower Vision.
Empire, yeah, that
Repping
one.
it today, by the way. We're repping it today.
Yeah,
So.
that's what started it for he and I working together.
Yeah, so it kind of took off from there. But this thing, as far as based on what I've seen from the Hispanic community, I think I don't know. I haven't seen any much cases. I feel like, not to say that we're immune to it, but we're handling it.
So you're gonna make a meme with rice and beans because y'all all eat rice and beans and rice and beans.
It could be shit. It could be that. It could be the alcohol we consume. Shit.
so
Free
see, that's
homeless
what-
Negroes.
this is what you just said. It says members of
Well, hold on.
Hey, Jamie's up to something.
members of racial and ethnic minorities may be more likely to live in densely populated areas because of institutional racism in the form of residential housing segregation. People living in a densely populated area may find it more difficult to practice prevention measures such as social distancing.
Sounds about right.
So yeah, if it's a bunch of motherfuckers in the porch smoking weed, they're
Motherfucker shit.
But they're
6
having
feet.
fun. They live in life.
yep. So that's basically it. I mean, we won't, yeah, and then
So at the end of the day, do you guys think we're controlled?
Oh yes,
we're controlled before this shit. Hard
Yes,
already.
for real.
This is just kind of letting us
This
see
is
it
one
more.
of the main sources where
Yeah.
they get to see all of our information.
I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it. See, like now, if you want to look at it from like, it depends on whose eyes you're looking at it. If you're looking at it from like a white American's eyes, this is like horrible for them because they are like because really freedoms were passed on to us. How it really works is a long time ago, at some point in time, some freedoms were earned. Now they weren't necessarily divided up, appropriately when it was, but shit, I lost my train of thought. But
how does that happen? You're just in the
Dog,
middle.
because
It's
you're
not like anybody interrupted.
No,
you.
because he started waving his hands.
hit the weed. Maybe you'll remember.
I just have to. He's blaming me.
Cause you like I looked over, I was like, what is he doing?
How do you lose your train of thought in mid
No,
conversation?
Hydrated up.
I still didn't have
J. Paulo's burnt up.
I got it. No, so I found it. No, I got it. No, I
You
got
suck.
it. No, I got it. I got it. So I'm saying, like back they earned these rights, right? And they're passed on. But there's a responsibility that goes along with these freedoms and rights that were passed on. But a lot of these motherfuckers at the vision really didn't do anything to earn these rights anyway. Your job, your responsibility is to maintain them. But if we're going out using our freedoms, using our freedoms to kill each other, that's kind of counterproductive to that. You see what I'm saying? Like to that freedom. That's why that's why I lost my train of thought because when I hit it, I thought he was getting high. I thought I bothered him because I thought he was waving. I was like, oh fuck this.
Look, this one's funny. A lack of paid sick leave. Workers without paid sick leave might be more likely to continue work even when they are sick for any
Think about all the
reason.
meat, like in the meat industry, like a lot of the meat is getting affected because these workers are getting sick. That's why a lot of meat's getting shit frozen. That's why they're getting meat shortages, which sucks because now that means all the Bible thumpers are gonna come out like, see, we told you.
So I mean, yeah, bro,
This
it makes complete sense because not having health insurance, of course, you can't even get tested.
probably
if you
have
fucking-
poor diet to begin with. Probably not eating lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, and probably
So
eating a lot
yeah,
of processed.
that basically tells you like I guess the poor are more at risk.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Health is wealth, bro, and wealth is health.
Yeah. Fuck it. Did you guys? Did you see the black gentleman that got shot in Georgia?
Oh yeah,
Because now that we're speaking about that, and
that's a
what's
slippery
your
slope.
research on it? Like, did you
From
do your
what I've
research?
seen, like I've done very little, but I just know how the system is set up. From what I've heard, I'm not an expert. I've just seen a couple of people reporting.
Right.
Now it's easy just to go
Because
racist, right?
exactly.
But supposedly, the dude had a history before. That's what's going. I'm not using. I just know.
So when you say the dude, you're saying the black gentleman.
black gentleman, Arbery.
Was he
I think
hunting on construction sites or something?
Yeah, supposedly he had been.
That's
there
what I
before.
seen there.
He had been in there before, supposedly.
Right.
And then when he was coming up there, he wasn't really jogging. He just kind of went in there
And then just took
got
off.
And then after they kind of went, and so if you can make it look like there was a crime being committed, technically trespassing would be, and if something was stolen, you could. All you have to do is just reasonable, whatever down, whatever the crowd, cause some. That's the whole point of the, it's gonna be the defense. But I think I typed, I posted the other day. I said, ways of the law set up. I think these dudes are gonna walk.
I think my thing is like, what the hell are you doing in a house that's being constructed? Like,
dude, but people do that all the time.
Yeah, they
I
wanna
do it.
see
I would
what
do
it's like,
it.
or like,
Yeah, I would
they
do
just
it.
look
That's a
at it.
proof. I mean, I would, if you're walking,
but then you run, which makes it. I think that would
Right.
He was jogging probably already, right?
But I don't see. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You got to establish that was he jogging beforehand.
exactly.
I haven't seen it all. Watched all the video. I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch the dude get killed. I'm just tired of watching like dudes get killed by white
Exactly,
dudes. I'm just tired
yeah.
of seeing that because
Yeah.
Video sucks.
as a mixed person, it's like God. It really makes me have to like, how am I going to look at that objectively? You know what I mean?
Right, right.
But
Yeah.
I just think again, like what I was saying, how is the defense going to attack it and the prosecution going to?
And then he was what, an ex-cop or something like that. The guy,
so he
the,
didn't review him. So
the
and
dad.
now, so it's going to be what kind of cop was he before? So that's going to be their play against them to prove that this cop is not a good cop. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think there were like multiple shots too. But my thing is like, I get it. Like because based on the footage, he's trying to take the shotgun away from the son, which at that point is your life against mine. But then again,
because now it's not self-defense if you both have your hands on the weapon. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's where I'm saying the law is supposed to be blind. It's supposed to be blind. But now that we have turned like hate crime, that means now justice has got to do it's got to kind of look at it.
Yeah. My thing is like, at least if I was in the position of the son, I'll go for the leg, man. Just
So what was the reasoning why they shot him?
They didn't have to.
Supposedly, based on the research I've done, supposedly
watch the film.
he was jogging, and then he went to this house that was under construction. He went inside. You can see footage that he just walks. I don't know what the hell he did after that. And then it shows another camera from another house showing him running out of that house. So then the dad and the son. The dad calls the cops and say, "Hey, there's somebody."
Because supposedly they know things have been stolen before.
Yeah, supposedly.
Someone stolen from them.
Yeah, so he calls the cops and say, "Yeah, you're gonna be on their way." But then they, in the Georgia state, they have, I guess, what is it, civil arrest or some shit that they call it?
Citizens arrest.
Citizens, yeah. So they went after him. So they went after
Because
him.
if there's a crime being established and he's fleeing. So that's what
You can basically run after them and
Yeah.
That's what you have to do. But why are they taking their hands and why do you have to get? See, that's what I'm saying. But then that's what's going to come in because it's in the South. You see what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's repeating that old way. Because if you wanted to progress, but we're bringing that, we're going to say he's automatically racist because it's black and white.
Yeah.
And then, you see what I'm saying? So
they marked the shit out of him. Like
Well, that's the thing is the other footage show there's somebody in a like there's the pickup truck where the dad and the son is, and then somebody's behind it in a car recording from like the windshield. You can see it, and then it shows the son and the black gentleman forcing like trying to like I guess whose life is whose. So they end up like shooting him. But they shot him multiple times, no?
Oh yeah, multiple.
So like
times.
my thing is like I'll
Also,
go.
there was some hate.
Yes.
Man,
That's
my
what's
thing
gonna
is
be.
like shoot for the leg. Once you hit
Wound
the
him,
quad or something, he'll be
Yeah.
down. Especially if it was with a shotgun.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it. That's all you need. Like like whatever. If he really stole or whatever the fuck it was,
It's not
you
that
still
much.
don't need to take who the fuck are you to take his life?
he went in on him.
Right. It's not your
you
property.
You went after him. Yeah.
Right, it's not your property. He's going because if he goes into your property, then if it's in your state and you have like fuck it, he made your day. Fuck it, kill him. But that's not the case. Like me, I carry a weapon, and if it ever comes to like my life is in danger, I'm still not gonna kill that person. I'm gonna try my best to go for the leg, the quad, or something to get you down. And like motherfucker, if you move and you do some dumb shit, then that's it. You know what I'm saying? So like. That was my whole thing is like, yeah, really, if he did that, whatever, but you guys had to kill him, like multiple shots. Like it wasn't that one shot killed him.
Well,
No.
that happened here to some right here down the street. There was a pharmacy and they robbed the pharmacy, and basically the old dude was in there, so it was a white dude. He killed 2 black dudes, and
That was trying to steal.
yeah,
That's different.
they shot him in the. But he still got convicted because he shot him when they were running. Like,
Oh, he ran after. Is that what you're talking about? He ran
yeah,
after.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
Well,
okay. I thought it
he
was
ran
in the
after
store.
him, and then like I said, their back was turned. So and then once they were down, he kept. So
Oh,
he got
shit.
convicted. for
Okay,
that
that's-
shit.
that's a
But
different
see,
story.
They were fucking with his shit too. Like it was. They
But you don't have no need to kill them though.
Yeah,
Like
he killed
I guess in his case he was pissed because hey, if it's your business and you're fucking with something you work so hard for, then he probably was angry. Like these fucking motherfucker, lazy bastards. You know, it could be that. But at the end of the day, I felt like he's still like a couple of shots in the leg, quad, whatever. That's it. That's it.
that's a tough
Let
one, though, 'cause
justice
it's
take care of the rest.
Imagine it's 3 a.m. and then out of nowhere you find out you're fucking getting robbed. Get an old school ass motherfucker. He just
Yeah, dude. That's a
Precaution, man. Another video I saw, and this has nothing to do with it, but it's similar. Like this, there's this guy that's dressed as an Amazon package, and it's dark, which to me, like I would not open that shit. So everything is recorded on a Ring doorbell, and he's just knocking on the door with a fake Amazon package. So once the person opens, you can see he socks him, and then 3-4 more people coming in. And I'm like, in my head, I didn't see much. I just saw that, and there, like, it was just a post that somebody was sharing that was saying, hey, you know, be careful with these people. But like, I was just imagining the nightmare that person's going through, because now who knows what the fuck they did? And, you know, they probably took all his fucking shit that he worked hard for. They probably, I don't know, fucking pistol whipped the person. Who knows? But it's just scary, man. It's a scary fucking world out here. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, it's too fucking serious. Fuck all this bullshit.
No, I'm saying that when you say that, because that's like an interesting thing. Like it shows you how, like, as they always say, the criminals are like 2 steps ahead.
Yes.
Like the you know, you have to look at, like, you know, I wouldn't do that, but like the people have that capability. We were talking about earlier. Like one thing about being a person in society, like, yeah, it's just being naive and be good, but you got to know what humans are like. You got to go to the dark side of things. Like sometimes you can go and become too like OCD, things of like over like protective. You don't want to do that, but you want to be cautious.
I'm always
Right, because
always.
like now I got questions.
Maybe it has.
Hold on. Was it the guys you said, because when you said the first, I'm not gonna lie, when you first said it, I know I hit this pin earlier, but when you first said it, I thought you said a guy was disguised as an Amazon package at first.
No.
That's what I said. I thought he was in the package, like when he opened it up, and that's what I, because you the rings. So my mind, I was like, don't need how you express it. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Oh my God.
I was like, man, this motherfucker is crazy. Yeah, in the
be a
ring
good
package.
girlfriend prank.
But I get it. So my point was, I was like, was that a real Amazon package left and he picked it up? And
No. I don't know. It was like, you know, the envelopes that they send. Like he had that in his hand and he's knocking on the door.
Okay, so he just
But he's
came
dressed
up,
up, right?
Was he dressed up?
He
as
was
an Amazon?
dressed as a
Amazon.
UPS driver.
Oh, okay. So that's what I was trying to figure out, what he was dressed up
Yeah,
as.
yeah.
So was this person is expecting it? But then now that you say UPS, now
There's so many questions.
Right,
It's
because
like,
when you said Amazon, I'm like, nigga, you know what you ordered,
Right.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
but then again, it can be like,
but
you look into the
Well, to be honest, when people knock on my door, a lot of times I just answer the fucking door. Like I'm kind of
right, and
old
that's
school.
the thing. Like
Yes.
somebody knocks into your door and you're like, oh, because sometimes like,
But you know who you're expecting, and who is it?
But then how many
that's what
people
I'm
are in the
saying, though.
household
Like,
though?
that
Then you're
makes sense.
did
I would've
order
probably got
something?
punched.
Did, Lisa
Sure.
or fucking Pablo order something? Like, you get what I'm saying? So
Sure.
like, in that case, like,
Bam, grandma gets socked in the fucking
yeah. So like, it's crazy. It's a scary fucking world out there. People just are desperate, and like the worse this shit keeps getting, as far as like the cases and, you know, where can we go? What can we do? I mean,
And then right now, I guess a lot of people are desperate and like going through it. So
oh hell yeah, because them OnlyFans pages is popping now. They were freaking
that
desperate.
Snapchat Premium. Woo!
Oh, you know what's
Okay,
funny is
so,
all people are making fun of all those women beforehand, but they seem to be the smart ones because they were already making money from their bedrooms.
I know this has nothing to do, but like, well, it does have to. But are guys doing that shit too?
Yeah. Guys,
I haven't
signing for-
seen.
Guys signing for
weird,
OnlyFans.
bro.
Why not?
So J. Paulo,
not?
we already asked.
If we're talking about equality,
So we
that's not
already
weird.
asked your son.
It's not weird. What?
If you have a fans only account, does that make you a hoe?
Maybe not right now. Now, I mean, I guess I can kind of.
No, I mean you're.
Oh shit, we're gonna have young Israel on his OnlyFans.
Everyone's
I
a hoe.
understand what
We're
they're doing
all
now.
hoes.
Like, this is exclusive.
No one's-
Infatuated fans only.
They not. You know, guys and girls can't hang out no more, so they're just you are by yourself right now.
Got it.
Where before you could still go out and.
So you
date
think
and
people
stuff.
ain't fucking because of this social distancing?
Oh, for real?
I
Hell
think
yeah.
there's a good-
There's some people still
I've thought
are.
about it twice. Like, I don't know if I'm
COVID
going.
19 is the biggest cock block ever.
Worse than
Oh
socks
my
and
god,
sandals.
dude, man,
Bro, if HIV hasn't stopped people from fucking, what do you think?
no, but I'm talking about
It's the
because-
scarcity.
No, what I'm
Is
talking
that-
about because listen, hold on. The women that probably doing the
STDs and
best.
shit.
No, the best women who already had kids because they've already fucked. You don't want to fuck a bitch that doesn't have any experience. You want women, so they're gonna they're gonna protect their kid as a mother first. I respect that. I don't want anybody coming over my house that could bring something over that can affect my kid. That's logic. I'm not with it. So that's what I'm saying.
Does it make them a whore or no?
No, everybody's a hoe. Everyone wants to fuck. Like, why are we talking about that? Everybody's a hoe. Well, no, that's dumb. Move past 2020. Everybody's a fucking hoe. Everybody's trying to fuck. What I'm talking about is she's going to be at home. She might want to do something, right?
Yeah.
But if she has children, I was just making a joke saying that was just proof that she's already had sex, obviously, because she has children. So that's,
Yeah.
But my point is, she's not going to want to bring people over.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. So yeah, that's cutting those women out. Those
That's
single
good.
moms that are just trying to get some
Stay-
on the side
stay
because their
clean.
kids are
Yo.
driving them crazy. Like, oh
Don't
my
be,
god,
don't be surprised if J. Paulo is sliding into your DMs in no manner.
no.
You
I'm
know?
dropping in like
Yup.
that water flash
That-
earlier. Pow! That's exactly how I'm dropping in.
Yeah.
The DMs. It's fun. Women like it, dude. Women, if you're decently attractive, I don't think I'm like God's gift. But I know I'm not ugly. I
So,
know. They
have
like-
any
they
of
like-
y'all experienced like the fans only? Because I'm curious, right? So, like, if a bitch is masturbating, or let me not call them bitch, females. If they're masturbating,
That's even worse. Females if a woman,
If a woman.
if a lady is massaging her vagina repeatedly with.
Okay, so are you not scared as that female that's massaging your thing that's gonna get leaked out? Like
No.
somebody gonna screenshot
People
it?
do
and-
it.
I,
Right,
don't
that's
think
what I'm
I
saying.
mean, at that point, they probably don't give a
If
fuck.
you're
They're
already doing that, you shouldn't.
Well,
be
the reason
afraid.
why I ask is I have one chick on my Snapchat that does that shit, and then she be like, "Oh, if you screenshot my shit, I'm gonna delete you."
Oh,
And
well,
this
I
is just
mean,
on Snapchat, not going on to the premium
Right,
shit.
but she's probably doing
like,
that
"You
because she
bitch-ass
doesn't want to
niggas."
give her free stuff out. She doesn't want because that's because she
doesn't want
because she
those
want
money.
free. She doesn't want cheap month.
It's like LimeWire.
Yeah, she knows.
But there's porn.
Right, I
There's
get it.
Pornhub.
Right, but what I'm saying is, it's like it's a weird. I don't know how to play. It's ethics. It's
So there was
weird
this-
morals involved in
So-
it. Like, don't steal it. You see what I'm saying? Look at it, get the freebie,
Yeah,
but don't steal it. Don't steal
yeah.
it. If you
Don't,
if
don't,
you want
don't fuck my hustle up.
if you
Yeah.
want it, pay for it.
Yeah,
you see what I'm
that's
saying? I'm
all.
giving this to
Like,
you.
stop being a cheap fuck. I'm
Yeah,
already
yeah,
showing you my
like,
pussy.
Yeah, I'm showing you this with a fucking emoji over it, whatever you do to Spencer.
Exactly, yeah,
Spencer or whatever,
exactly.
some shit. Just, be respectful. Okay, you show me that. All right, I tip the hat to you. Thanks, appreciate it. And keep
It's
it
like if
moving.
you're selling candies in the street and somebody just comes and grabs one and just
Yeah.
is gonna be like, bro.
Hey, what are you doing? That's mine. You can't just take that.
That's fucking
Even though it's
hilarious.
a shitty candy,
Yeah.
know, like.
This
No,
candy
but
smells.
I
Why's
did
your
see a
candy
girl
smell?
though, and she was wondering, like,
It was hairy ass
she-
candy.
she was wondering why guys didn't take her serious, but she's on the. She was like, why
Because
do?
her advertising probably sucks.
She was like, every time I love a guy, he does, or I like a guy, he doesn't want to talk to me. I have a bunch of guys trying to talk to
I
me, but
think-
when I like a guy, he doesn't want to talk to me.
I think it's-
I was like, you just posted like.
Or you was at Pink getting shit
No,
faced
well,
with a bunch of niggas.
she has my fans only, but I'm like, you're wondering why? Like that's why right there.
Because you got to find the right dude who understands how it works.
Yeah, like Adam 22.
I mean, fucking Mia Khalifa's gonna get married.
I mean,
you gotta find the right dude.
Some guys don't give a fuck. They'll have their
Dude,
girl on there.
if a girl, if you, it depends on what you're into.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, if there's a girl who does OnlyFans, right? I'm not trying to convince her, like, say that with this. This is people's reality. There's a woman who's into this, right? And she likes you, but the reason why you don't like her is because she's has an OnlyFans page. Dude, bro, link up with her, make content with her, and then sell that content. And you know she's
And
she's
you're gonna
selling.
get your dick sucked.
And you're getting paid for it. People are so that's what I'm saying. There's just not, but not every dude is not wired like that. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't
Yeah,
do
see,
that.
that's
But
crazy.
I wouldn't do it either.
You know what I'm
so.
saying?
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like, I mean, you're wondering the obvious. Like, fuck it. I guess some
Yeah.
people are lost out here.
People just don't know how to figure out the game.
She just has to be patient. Like, fuck it. If that nigga that she likes ain't fucking with her, then
There'll be somebody out there.
there's a fucking how many 3 trillion people in this fucking world?
No,
Like,
it's 7 billion.
Hey,
billion.
my homie Cac said there's more girls.
billion.
There's more girls
Almost
than guys
eight,
in the
I feel
world.
like.
So
Or was.
if you don't find a girl, it's just because you're a faggot.
fucking CAC always has some bullshit to say, huh? Shout out to CAC. That's funny.
It's still funny because
Yep.
you can't say that word as much when you hear it. It's hilarious now. I made up a new word. It's called foggot. It's foggot. It is not faggot. It's foggot. So like it means lame.
It's
basically.
crazy.
It's lame. So it means
And-
lame.
and-
So like, don't be
and
so
this
foggy.
is-
Like right now you're being foggy. Interrupting me. Don't be a fog. Let me finish explaining what a foggot is. See, that's a perfect example of him being a foggot. Right now I'm explaining what fog. Let me just interrupt you. Such a foggy
Oh,
ass.
God.
This foggy ass nigga over here.
He got you, dog.
Speaking of that, now you say faggot. That shit is
God damn, YouTube is all over this
the
shit.
fucking half-core podcast is
Demonetized.
demonetized, and
It's-
bro, the gay community.
Hey, no
is
time
tough.
out. Hey,
bro,
no,
sorry.
Next time out, there's gonna be there's gonna be a rainbow.
We don't want to be shut down.
we don't want to get shut down.
No, you're gonna have a rainbow next time up here or something.
I commented.
A
like,
unicorn.
flag,
I
like,
commented
right here.
on something. I don't know what it was, but then AV said some bullshit. And I was like, bro, get some crazy shit. And I said, fag. Now I didn't say the whole word. I said fag. And Facebook blocked the shit out of that comment.
So you can
within
say fuck,
seconds.
Oh,
but you
yeah,
can't
yeah,
say
yeah, yeah,
fag.
You can say fuck or idiot or dumbass, but you can't say fag.
Dude, you heard about the people that have to review the YouTube? I mean, not the YouTube, the Facebook comments. Like whenever like you post something or a video or a photo, like have you heard people are getting like PTSD and like all of like these like mental illnesses from working
comments?
for Facebook? Yeah, because they're having to go through posts and everything, and they're having to watch this stuff.
How many fucking people are on Facebook too?
Exactly.
Like,
You know how many,
What?
like-
Well, that's the
And
thing,
there's, like,
though.
people
Whenever
and
you
shit,
hop on
posting
the
murders
social
and
media
stuff on
shit,
there.
like you should know that you might get clowned, like fucking trolled hard.
That's the thing, yeah. Like, I mean, shit, we might say some dumb shit in here. We might get fucking clowned for that shit. You know, we might get trolled or whatever, you know? I mean,
This shit, yeah. I
You're
think.
gonna get goofed.
yeah. Anyways,
So Israel, I saw
up?
that you were talking shit about OG Snoop. What's up with that, bro?
What do you mean?
Oh,
Bro, okay.
oh shit.
I love Snoop Dogg. Dude
Yeah.
is a god, right? Like,
You were talking shit on Snoop Dogg?
no. All I said is he is too old school in the sense of not old school. I don't know the way to put
Okay.
it. Okay, has so much money and he's been so much in Hollywood and he's still got like
right now?
the street life. I don't know, like it
Oh,
just
your mom
doesn't.
would disown you too.
My brain just doesn't comprehend it. It doesn't. It sounds stupid.
Well, we were talking about. I think on that post it was something like 6ix9ine
I don't like him, by the way.
donated some money to.
Oh, I get that. I get that. So, I
Oh, to
get
the
your
kids.
point. Bro, at the end of the day,
No, but he had the case with the kid. He was. He got tried convicted.
Look,
so you can't take
if
money.
No,
from
don't
a
try,
person's-
the thing with that is don't try to fix your fucking bullshit with just donating money.
oh no,
to
that doesn't.
kids.
That's not the point of
Yeah.
it. The point of it, he's donating to the kids with
Hunger,
hunger. You know, who gives a fuck where it comes from? If
Exactly.
fucking Pablo Escobar comes out and say, "Hey, here's $1 million," I'm gonna take it, bro. These kids need food.
This way he doesn't have to feed them
So-
when he tries to fuck them.
I mean, the organization didn't take it. That was the thing, right?
That's the problem.
The organization
That's
declined
good.
it. Why?
Some real niggas right there.
But
Bro,
why
no.
though? Why?
The
The
kids
kids,
need to
need that
eat.
money, bro.
The
They
kids
need to
need
fucking eat.
I don't care who it comes
Right,
from.
but he's like basically, essentially, he got in trouble for being
All right.
Who
All-
gives
all
a
that-
fuck about that?
All that money,
No,
all
what
that
I'm
money
saying
comes
is,
from
listen,
fucking extortion
hold
and
on,
like
listen, the people
being a triple
accepting
gang.
the money would give a fuck about
Yeah.
that because who's getting the money? Who would benefit? Kids.
So is okay? So is this a
So he-
reputation like fuck the kids?
No,
fuck
it's not
them
about
kids.
fuck the
No, no,
kids.
no, no,
It's
no,
just
no.
like the organization
He
was
just
like, we don't want to be associated with that fucking snitch ass
Hold on, time out.
pedophile.
Okay, it's like this. It's like this,
Bro,
okay,
did he
hold
do
on.
something to you?
It's like
What are you doing?
I'm just
bro.
saying,
You
bro.
saying her.
I'm
Hold
saying
on.
that's what it is. The organization didn't take the money because they didn't want the money from a snitch ass pedophile.
But it's
okay,
$200,000.
what kind of
That's right. Okay, I don't know. This
Okay,
is funny.
so-
no, he's
go ahead,
No,
go
no,
ahead,
no.
go
He's
ahead.
that's what I'm saying. He's hitting the nail on the head. They don't want to be associated with that. That's why when all these people like Bill Cosby, they were giving his shit back, and Weinstein, they're gonna give all that stuff back because they don't want to be associated with that. If he maybe gave his money to $200,000 to some nurses or some shit to help buy some masks or something, maybe nobody would have been a big deal. They would have went through, but they can't be associated with it. It's not that they don't want his 200. You know what I'm saying?
Because now you might have a motherfucker that was going to give them 400,000 that won't give it to them because they're associated with that motherfucker.
Would a black organization take a donation from the KKK?
It does make sense on that case because
that's all I'm saying. Like, I get where you guys are coming from. If you just like, but if he never had that case, yes, what you guys are saying is absolutely right. But we're saying why they don't want to take the money. That's what we're.
Yeah, and that's what Snoop Dogg was saying basically. Like the fucking. He's a rat. So.
Okay, so
but he's
according to 6ix9ine.
But he's popularizing being a rat now.
Yeah,
which is but not going to the conspiracy world, but which parallels with telling on everybody. Hey, if in the store, if you see somebody without a mask, if you see people without this, people are telling on everybody.
He's gonna make it cool. Watch, he's gonna make it cool.
He already made it cool.
People are talking about it in the comments. Like they don't care about that. They're not tied to
2 million people tuned into the fucking live.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? And then Dougie said it the same too. Like
somebody called him teriyaki.
Instagram is boring without 6ix9ine.
Someone called him teriyaki.
And I said he was going to be all right when he came out.
It's not boring for me.
I didn't ask you.
Your opinion doesn't matter.
So
Anyways,
did you like the song? I haven't listened to it. I just saw I saw it without
the song is cool. Like I'll listen to it when I'm drunk, maybe.
It's a good song. And then I can tell by the way you said it, you didn't want it. Like when you were like, it's cool. It's good.
No, it's
you're
cool.
like, God damn it.
Look.
Why do I have to like
if I'm drinking right now, I can listen to it once, but it doesn't mean anything crazy. Like with 6ix9ine, bro, I'm in the middle with that nigga, bro. Like I'm in the middle. Like he's entertainment,
because he's Hispanic too, right? And here guys are.
He's Chinese,
he's Mexican. He's Mexican, right?
I'm Puerto Rican, motherfucker.
He's Mexican. But I'm saying he falls in the Hispanic world, but he's from New York, so he can qualify from.
He ain't my people. Nah.
he's a different type of.
So get this. Let me get this.
This is not my rapper.
Okay, let me get this. According to 6ix9ine, right? If you're in his position, and according to the people he was associated, okay, give me a minute, motherfucker. Let me finish. All right, so he fucking is snitching on the people that turned against him, stole his money, fucked this bitch, and did all kinds of crazy shit. Wouldn't you snitch on your enemies? Because at that point, they're your enemies. That's your. All right, AV, come on. Before he interrupts everybody.
He shouldn't have been involved with that lifestyle because you know that when you join a gang, that's what it is. It's extortion, fucking crime, drugs. So if he wasn't ready for that, he shouldn't have represented the Trey Blood gang. He shouldn't have been even around that shit. If he didn't want to be in that position, he should have just dipped and not. It said, I'm just 6ix9ine without the Trey Blood gang, but he wanted their protection. He wanted to talk shit to everybody and have these goons behind him. So at that point, bro, you should have thought of that shit before you even jumped in. Now you're using that as a fucking sob story because you're a bitch.
Yeah, because he's using that to go towards people who don't have an understanding or connection to that way of life. I'm not here to condone or to not.
That's why I stay in the middle.
Or no, I'm talking about street life. I do have work with a lot of people coming. Just keep it 1,000. There's a lot of people that have come from that way of life, right? But there's a quote unquote code that they go by, a street code. So they're supposed to handle it amongst themselves. So he broke those. If he was really about what he was screaming on those tapes and on those songs, he should have handled it himself. He should never spoke. Real G's move in silence.
Like
lasagna.
Exactly. You know exactly where I was going. So that's some real shit. Like, and that's what he's supposed to do. I'm not saying do that, 6ix9ine. I'm not saying do that. If you're being real, like if you're talking self-preservation, Darwinism, like, yeah, say something. Yes, these motherfuckers trying to kill me. Them, him, all of them. They try to kill me. Fuck
yeah, that's what I'm saying. A sob story. Like it sounds like, my god, poor guy. But at the end of the day, he chose that shit.
But he was in that shit.
Here's my thing. Yeah, exactly. Here's my thing with 6ix9ine. This is why I stay in the middle. He's fucking entertainment, right? He's broken records, but he's a good manipulator. He uses that. For you to feel, okay, maybe, But at the end of the day, what made 6ix9ine irrelevant was the fucking beef. The fucking constant news headlines. 6ix9ine is beefing with this. Oh, 6ix9ine fucking almost got in the shot gang, you know, with this and that. That's what made him relevant, because at the end of the day, his music isn't wow. Like, before all this bullshit happened, I wasn't jamming to his shit. I wasn't.
Are you familiar with Barabbas?
No.
You know what that name is? I'm not familiar. You know Barabbas? Do you know Barabbas? Okay, I'm not, for people who like really know the story. I'm not an expert. I'm not claiming to be.
So what does this have to do with what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Barabbas is a character. Barabbas is a character with Jesus opposed. This is how my understanding is. The people had a chance to vote to choose to free Jesus or choose Barabbas. Remember, they chose Barabbas. And he's the one who's like the thief and this and that and whatever. So my point of bringing him in to this is that's what humans always gravitate to collectively.
We talked like about this. Yeah.
Yes, we like negativity.
Because the negativity can be all here, but then you can be the positive guy, but that positivity is slow. It's a slow progression.
Sure, but that negativity helps you feel better about yourself.
Because he broke records. He did break record on the live. I've never seen 2 million fucking live viewers tune into a live. And the way he reached those views was fucking insane. But people wanted to know, what is this snitch doing? What is this motherfucker doing? And like, you probably tuned in.
No. I didn't see it. I didn't watch it. I heard about it. Did you watch it?
I didn't see it.
I saw it. I was like, mind blown. I went in there. I'm like, whoa, 2 million. Like, what? Because I wanted to see what he had to say. He's entertained me because I was entertained. Like, I got this Metro Millie. If you don't got this Metro Millie, you can't. I'll kiss you in your forehead. Like, it's entertainment. I was like, oh shit, like
fucking clown.
Fuck it, like damn, like this nigga out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
weird how like there's like what you could call two like systems, if you will. And I'm sure there's maybe in other ones, but what I've seen is in hip hop and in the political world, there's a virus in each of them, and they both look like clowns. Trump is a virus in the political world, and Tekashi is.
I fuck with Trump more than I do with 6ix9ine.
Of course, but I'm saying, but they're both clowns, like Joker.
Yeah, he's a fucking clown,
but not like clown. Like but then I should segue to the Joker, because they're playing people against people and getting people to think about things from different.
They're causing all this crazy shit,
and making people think differently. Because that's what I'm talking about, referencing the Joker of Heath Ledger's character. So I should have said that. Remember from the Dark Knight?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, like him, where he plays everybody against everybody, and that's kind of what like Tekashi's doing. Exactly. He plays people against people, and now
he's a manipulator.
Yeah, manipulator. That's
he's a great manipulator. Like he's taking advantage.
I don't know. I just feel like every manipulator at some point eventually is exposed. Yeah, well, he's already been exposed. So
but he's taking advantage.
Now he's just we don't know
how long this shit is gonna last, but at the end of the day, everybody eats. Yeah. Fucking news, fucking TMZ. He eats. They're enemies because they now get to talk about something. Like,
what is your age range think about him? People you talk to.
That was the original question.
Keep it real. I used to think like my age range, I just completely didn't like him. But dude, like, you know, I play games on Discord. I talk to everybody. I talk to people, you know, every country, every state. I get to hear all these people with different ideas, like, you know, what they feel about it, perspectives. Yeah, and you'll just hear like. Dude, like the whitest, just nerdiest white dude. Like, oh, dude, I got you new 2080 Ti, and he's got like 6ix9ine playing in the background. He's like, bro, here's that new 6ix9ine, and I'm like, God,
oh, God,
dang,
God.
Well, that's because that's the thing that you were saying earlier is that the younger crowd doesn't really, unless you fucking listen to some. Like, I don't know, like little Boosie.
Well, especially like if you didn't get raised in the hood too.
Yeah, that culture. I'm saying they don't have.
I got raised in the hood, and I know what it's like. I know, you know what the street code and all that bullshit. Even though I wasn't in like fucking selling drugs and shit, but I got to see and I got to witness.
But
shit
see,
like
even there on that, when he said the sob story, you almost felt bad for him.
What sob story?
When he was talking about his friends became his enemies. I gave you an example. And shit.
I gave you an example.
Yeah,
like at the end of the day, it's what you said. Like you took this route, so now you have to fucking deal with the consequence.
That fade looks good.
Courtesy to AV, appreciate that. Yeah. I think that's worth
now
the interruption.
Now you're gonna get blown up. Now you're just done.
It's worth the interruption
forever.
Fuck it, you know. But anyways, as like I said, bro, it's just that like. He took that route. He has to, like, I don't feel sorry for the nigga. That's why I stay in the middle. Because at the end of the day, like, I don't give a fuck what he did. That's his problem. He took that route. If he wants to now be proud of that he's a snitch and make that fucking famous and make that, you know, people be proud of that shit, that's them. Fuck that.
Here's
you know?
what's going to be interesting. How popular will he get? Now, this is what you can say: is he really a shill, or is he working for the product of the system? Right? Because when I actually not say that, because if he just has his fan base and his fan base supports him, he'll just be relevant. But will he become so popular through that? Because he had 2 million people on that watching that. Right? Let's see, he can sustain that, and he starts selling records. Hold on, he starts selling records. Where I was going is how long? Who's going to be the first ones that start coming back over to start featuring him and doing music with him?
Dude,
that's a very interesting thing.
Hip hop wise, I don't think anybody will.
I don't think
that's
he has music with
suicide.
Kanye,
and even though he had
since he got out, since he got out.
No, not since he got out. But remember, they did a song.
Well, no,
together,
but
and
that's different. That's
you
different.
get Kanye on your song, bro. Like, think about the
Right,
people
no, that was
Kanye-
before the snitching, right?
After the snitching, anybody
That's what I'm talking about.
associated.
I'm talking
Into
post snitching.
Yeah.
I'm talking post snitching.
Nah, I don't
If
think
he gets
anybody.
popular, who will be? Or
he's gonna get up there.
Go pop. Does he go
I don't.
pop?
I think that's
He's
what's
gonna
gonna
get
happen.
there.
Maybe
He's
Nicki
gonna get to
Minaj.
the point where he's gonna keep blowing up, but it's because he is this guy that loves controversy. He's gonna, like I said, those 2 million who were really fans or who was just tuning in to see what this motherfucker was about. Because after what, 2 years, nobody talked about him. He was just locked up. It was all about like, what is he doing? He's snitching and this and that, and everybody was calling him a snitch. Now he announces that live. I'm going live on Friday this time and day. Everybody was expecting that, but out of those 2 millions, who was just really watching? I was just really watching. I'm not a 6ix9ine fan. I've had him on my Instagram. I follow him, but I was just there for the entertainment. Now when he posted that, I'm like, what the fuck? What is he up to?
Right, but those views
Still a stream though.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
He's
but you
still
don't-
gonna
but you-
like.
he can get money off of that.
Yeah,
He made
can
$2
get
Right,
million
he's
off
getting
that.
money off of
right.
that.
So
Like,
what-
that's why I said everybody, because everybody that shares that shit, everybody that plays that, you're basically contributing to some fuck shit. Which at the end of the day, fuck it. I mean, if that's what you want to do, but that's what I mean. I'm not playing that nigga shit on iTunes. I'm not, because even me just watching is gonna support that. But I guess I'm old school like Snoop.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's horrible.
I
It's
don't.
just
I don't
like-
think so.
So
Especially if you get the hip hop people, I don't think they're gonna collaborate with him. Those that do you gotta consider them as an artist. So just to give you an example, obviously I don't want to even throw a name, but let's say somebody goes and collaborates with them. They're clearly doing it for the clout, you know. And it's like,
Yeah, shit.
oh fuck, like really, like.
I don't see
Well,
that.
it depends on who
in hip
crosses
hop.
over.
In
Well,
hip
that's
hop,
the
I don't
thing.
see it happening.
Whoever
And how
does
hard is
it-
that song?
Whoever does it,
Nicki Minaj is the only person that I could probably see.
Who?
Nicki Minaj.
They do a lot of
Because she's
music.
like pop and shit. Like
I don't
wouldn't.
think. Nah, bro. She got bro.
I
Don't
wouldn't see
disrespect
no-
Nicki like that, bro. Come on.
That one song they had was.
Don't they
pretty
already
good
have
together.
like 2 songs together?
That one song?
But that was
pretty
before
good.
the bullshit.
Right.
That was before the bullshit.
So-
I mean,
But
like
her
a
brother,
Puerto Rican artist collaborated with him.
Didn't her
They
brother
made a
brother's
hit.
a pedophile too.
Time out. Yeah, her brother's right. A
Yeah.
pedophile. Yeah. So why not? I mean,
Who?
That's why I said that. I mean, the only person I see collaborating is Nicki Minaj. Because her brother is a
okay.
pedophile.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's gonna like support that. Maybe she was disappointed, you know. So like, you got to look at those.
But she
shit.
did a song with 6ix9ine and she knew this.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's this
6ix9ine
Puerto
was
Rican.
already a pedophile though when they did the song together.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's this Puerto Rican. Anuel did a song with him, and when that shit went, I think it's in a billion right now. But after he
Yeah,
found
that
out he
nigga didn't
snitched.
do it as like Anuel when he did it. He probably wasn't. He was just like, that's gonna get a shitload of fucking streams. Fuck what he's talking. You know.
Well, both of them get numbers. Like, it's not like only I'm doing it because
was a
6ix9ine.
win-win.
Both
It
of
was a
them,
win-win.
yeah. But then when he found out he was snitch, he was like, I don't do that shit because Anuel
Did he take
did.
the video down,
Anuel
though?
did 2 years.
Did he take the video down though?
I don't know. I think it's in
Probably
6ix9ine's page.
See,
So, but that's
if
the
he
thing.
was really a real
but
nigga,
that's
he
the
would
thing. Like,
delete it from all platforms and shit.
that's the thing. Like, when he found out, because he did time too, and they wanted him to snitch, and he didn't snitch. So he's like, I understand that shit. Like, I don't do that kind of shit. Like, this nigga was my brother, but when I found about that shit, that's street code, bro. You don't fuck with that
and see,
shit.
that's another thing too. When people do songs together, a lot of times they're like, it's corny when they act like they're brothers and family and shit. Like, bro, just
but
you
you
know
don't
you're
know.
doing it for the fucking streams. Just do the song together and then go about your fucking life.
You don't know, bro, because they got together a couple of times.
Well, that's
though.
what I'm saying, but a lot of
you
times
can
it's like
establish
that
a relationship
shit.
with that shit.
Yeah.
Some of it's fake.
Yeah.
Some of it's just for that, you know. But
But there are artists that really are just
like
Like Tyga and Chris Brown, like they had like a real
Exactly.
Tyler and
relationship, like-
ASAP.
yeah.
All of them. Yeah.
I didn't know Tyler was with.
So what was
Jaden.
it that you said about
Jaden?
Snoop?
Yeah, I didn't know
Israel?
that shit.
Yeah. Did y'all see the potato salad? All 3 of them.
what
with
was
the parents
that?
together?
Oh, Snoop.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. When was this?
Well, because I don't
Nigga,
remember
I'm saying
exactly.
something. Because Anyways, because it's gonna be a pain in the ass to edit this shit. But fuck it. Before we get to that,
Yeah.
Don't edit. Just let it run.
Just let it run.
Let me hit that.
Just let it go.
no, I'm saying like edit as far as tracks and what camera angle should I point to because it's fucking 4.
Oh my god, you're
Yeah.
Oh, that editing, you mean?
Yeah, the editing, the post production type
Just
shit.
do this. Just put one angle.
Oh my
one
god, you
angle,
should
one
just
angle,
put it
fine.
make it like security camera.
real quick. Just let it run.
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, let's not get distracted, kids.
Go
Alright,
security
let's
call. That's dope. Yeah, he said it easy.
Yeah, stop. Let him go.
ADD ass motherfucker.
For real, bro. God damn, let's not get
ADHD
distracted. Okay, so when did this get public? I never found out. Like I'm finding out about this like yesterday type shit.
Dude, like back in 2018, I think.
Did it make headlines or something like that?
2017, they already had a song together, and I think they were hanging out back whenever Jaden even still had his dreads.
Oh.
But that potato salad thing was back in 2018.
Taylor, what's his name?
Tyler the
Creator and Jaden Smith.
and ASAP Rocky, all 3 of them. Because
What?
ASAP and Jaden had made a lot of music together. They made like 2 or 3 songs.
But are they in? You talking about like
like they're all like they're
all 3 of them
trio.
are
They're like a little trio.
they're gay?
No, they're not gay.
Oh.
You talking about gay?
Yes.
No, they're not dating, bro. No.
Oh, well, this conversation took a turn from us. Like, whoa,
No.
hello.
So I don't know where I saw where like
No,
Tyler the
they both keep
creator,
playing.
Tyler the
They both
creator.
keep playing. They keep being like, "Oh, my boyfriend," but Tyler doesn't.
Oh,
with
okay,
Rocky.
because I saw somewhere.
Jaden does it with Tyler.
It probably was some fake news where I didn't take it
It
too
wasn't
serious
fake
because.
news. He literally said it on at Camp Flognaw. He's like, "Tyler's my boyfriend."
Okay, that's what I was like.
Yeah,
I was like,
that was
oh,
2018.
I mean, like at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. But I was like,
Well,
curious. 'Cause-
technically, he could be one of those like being like real like literal. You know, he's the type of person that would be like that way. And if you call him out on it and try to say that, like, no, he's my friend and he's a boy. That's you said it was Jaden, right?
Like,
He's that type of.
Chino does this shit all the time. He's like, we'll walk in. He's like, oh, that's my motherfucking boyfriend.
I don't know about Chino.
That's my motherfucking boyfriend.
I'm fucking with Chino. Shout out to Chino. Anyways, fuck it. I guess you
So
can.
what did you say about Snoop?
Tyler,
Yeah,
Tyler the Creator just has a weird sense of humor. Like,
Yeah,
He's kind of.
I guess you can't believe if he's joking.
no,
or
yeah,
not.
you'll just say some literal ass shit, like, and then you think it's for the
real, and then it's like, you know what? I was joking.
Yeah,
or he won't even
he's-
say it. Like you'll just let it ride, and then
He's just really
eventually
good
he's
with,
I was
with
fucking-
comedy.
Yeah,
That's how
I
it
guess
makes
it's
me
just
laugh.
to kind of just stay
Yeah, his
buzzing and
humor.
shit. Yeah.
Whenever it's on the camera cuts, I pictured him saying, "White people are gonna eat that up."
Anyways, what was the thing about Snoop? What's going on, man? Why you hating on the OG?
Look, bro, Snoop is tight. Like, I'm not saying.
Okay, you don't have to preface with that. Just
It's
say what you said.
I have to say that because people will be mad if I don't.
He's trying to be
let y'all know.
politically correct.
Yeah, too late for that.
I was
Yeah.
just like at the time I was really upset over these people declining $200,000 for hungry kids, and Snoop being like, "Oh no," I'm like, "Snoop, come on, bro! Like it's money. Like I get you're mad over that, but you know." Think about the
okay,
kids.
that's not that
That's
bad.
how I was saying.
Do
it,
you
but
sometimes
I see
think
how it could
like,
be taken the wrong way?
yeah? Do you sometimes think you need to slow down on the social media shit?
No,
as
okay.
far as like,
The problem is I'm
because
really.
I mean, right now you're like you posted that shit, and
But
I
I think
agree.
that's-
But then I was like, I agree to certain.
My homegirl was about to turn up on you.
Did you get a lot of reaction to it or something? Or
People that didn't say anything negative towards it. You just said something. In the
Yeah, I
comments,
was just
but you
like,
didn't
what's
seem
wrong?
like mad.
No,
You
I was just like,
what's going on?
what's wrong with being old school? You know, like
I
what's
just
wrong with
didn't
that?
know how to word it because I have a really I have so many lanes of thought. Like it's hard for me to like be like, oh, that's something that, how I feel, you know. And I'm trying to put it into words, but the English language,
You need to get
and
better
my
exit
brain
ramps.
It's really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm working on it though.
yeah.
On
you have
articulating.
you have a world pile.
Yeah, I
word
feel like
pile up on
sometimes
your-
it's like
Anyway.
we all have
I'm not working-
opinions, especially with the social media shit. We all have opinions, but sometimes it's like I don't know. It's just better
Dude,
to
people
just
think
Sometimes
I'm
you just
sit
opinionated.
back.
Oh my
After you
God,
write
I
that
like
shit, you have to
talk
go
about all
back
the stuff I really thought about.
Yeah. Or you know what? Let me delete that shit.
I pull back way
AV, let me ask you this, bro. What was that post you said? You know about the car. I think it was pretty interesting that you don't impress. Like you're not too big on cars. What was that all about?
Oh, so
Give people some insight on that shit.
okay, so
He was talking trash on someone.
I see most
going to debt.
most people fucking they'll have like nice ass cars or some shit. You know, they're fresh, fucking like maybe like not a Rolex because a Rolex is way too much, but basically they look like they're rich, but all that shit is like just they have good credit, they're in debt, you know, shit like that. So that was it. Like,
So your thing was more like, okay, I'm not too crazy to get into debt just to impress niggas.
Get it,
because that's what it's all about.
Yeah. You can get into debt. You can get into debt, but to me, like, you're not gonna impress me because you're gonna pull up in a Beamer. Like, I don't give a fuck. You know, if you pull up in a Honda or whatever it is, like.
What the fuck is wrong with Hondas,
financing
nigga?
because you like it, not
Hondas
because
ain't-
you want to impress people.
it's not as expensive as a Beamer.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
saying like, baby, my parents would tell me when I was a
That's
kid.
why I got a Honda.
My parents had a saying. I don't know
Like,
if this applies.
my
They
bad,
say-
bro. Like, you haven't even bought a house and your car is worth $50,000. Like, that doesn't make sense.
They would
Like,
have a nice car or dress nice, but in their fridge is nothing.
Or they don't got a fridge because they're living with their mom.
No, I'm just saying, but that's basically what it is. They got their own place. You get,
I don't know. Look at Pete Davidson.
That was it. That was just like a thing for young people. I guess I was just like venting type of shit because I see a lot of people in the social group that are like working just to make their car payment, pay their insurance, and it's like, bro, I mean, that's cool, but at the end of the day, like,
There's more to it.
That's all you're working.
You see how this is? This talks about, remember earlier we were talking about knowing like the evil side that's out there and dipping your
But that's
foot.
the American way, though. No?
Sure, yes. But what I was saying is
Debt?
But what I was talking about, I was just going to address the way he presented it. If he presented it in the way that he really felt, it wouldn't get any interaction.
But I think he did say it the way he felt, no?
No. Like, what I mean deep down, like when he's talking
If I
about,
would've
like,
explained it all nice
like,
and neat.
all right, like just put it in a nice.
But
little,
it did get some reactions, that's for sure.
Right,
Because he said it.
I was saying you had to say
Because
it
I
in a
said
way
it-
that
I
it looks
said
like
it like
you're
a dick. I said
attacking
it like
someone.
okay,
So if someone comes to be defensive, and they'll respond to that. But if you just say, "Look both ways before you cross the street," why? No one's gonna be like, "Why?" Just be like, okay, let's keep scrolling.
Yeah, it's like what we were saying. Like,
But what happened
that's-
is people read that and then they're probably at work fucking making the paycheck that they have to go,
Pay, they get
pay
salty
their
just
Jeep
saying,
for,
yeah.
and then now they're like, oh, she's talking about me.
Yeah, they feel some
And then-
type of way.
that's like a lot of people get butthurt. Like, bro, like, really, if you live in that lifestyle, that's up to you. But don't get butthurt. It's just a fucking opinion at the end of the day, and it wasn't towards you.
Like,
know?
one day we were partying. This dude comes into the truck. He's talking about how much his watch is and how much his belt
Ew.
is. And I was like, bro, you're in the fucking truck bumming a bump off of me. Like, that does not make sense. Like, why don't you get your own fucking party drugs if you're that rich? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that is the American culture, bro. It's like I've gotten to the point where I don't like that's why when I see you argue about some topic, I'm like, bro, why waste your time, bro? Like,
That's true.
If you get pissed at something because it's not how it's supposed to be, or there's a different view that's more
he's
mature,
18, but he's
fuck
18.
it.
But he's 18.
Oh, yeah.
I get it.
Well,
he's
but
18, but he's
as the
I
older-
like
He's
where he's
nuts
going,
about it.
but
He's
I
getting
feel like
nuts
you
about it.
shouldn't
As the
waste
older
your
homies,
energy
we
and
gotta
time
tell
on that
them.
shit.
But dude, I promise you, I really don't spend that much time. I'll be on like a 15 at work. And
I
I'm
look
just
at it
bored.
and I'm like, bro, fuck it. Like,
This isn't
if-
me during my free time. I want you to know.
Some
I'm
shit
not
are-
wasting my time. Like,
yeah, I get it. I'm just saying, like, some like.
Are you trolling or are you just?
A lot of the time, sometimes I do say some stuff just to see how people react and see how my friend.
So
I
you
like-
are trolling.
I like seeing
So yes,
people's head.
trolling.
I just see it
He
as
used to live in my nuts, so I explained why. he
I just feel like it's like it is what it is. Like, I don't feel like anything is gonna change. Like, at least my mission is to make sure my circle is in the same mentality or close to
what
the
I do.
mentality that I am. Like, bro, you really don't need that fucking expensive ass truck to front to people that you really don't like. Bro, you don't need these fucking designer clothes. Like, if anything, rep your own brand.
Yeah, and
like,
I mean,
rep
if
your
you still want
parents'
to do
brand.
it, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But I guess if just know that to come around me, you don't need none of that shit. Like,
Exactly.
yeah,
And-
Just
and-
buy it because you like it. That's
Yeah.
all it
And then like, I think that's why like we're fucking the fucking dream team, bro. Because we kind of think in that same perspective. Like when my car got crashed, I had a fucking Mitsubishi. But when my car got crashed, I could have gotten any other fucking car. But I was like, you know what? I want a fucking car that's affordable and it's my style. Because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck of getting a
you drive
badass
now?
truck. I drive a Honda Accord.
What year?
16.
Okay. Any perks on it? Like any like
It's,
special
it's
days?
sports, but it's nothing too crazy. I mean, a fucking any
The blue car out there?
Yeah,
That thing's tight.
It was my style. So like, it has the little rims and shit, but it's like it ain't nothing too crazy. I got a good price for it. I didn't pay an arm and a leg. I didn't like. I got
You
this
financed
whole
it, though?
pandemic, and when I did the freelance, like I was just a videographer and like fucking I was struggling. that didn't affect me because the payments are good, you know, and I know how to get that money.
As opposed to if you had a fucking.
If I had a fucking people are paying like over a rack for a liability, which is a car,
Yeah, it's
a
crazy.
truck.
And I mean, at the end of the day, I can't even talk shit because I got a DUI when I was like 20. So my car payment was cheap, but my insurance went up to like $400. So
A month?
Yeah.
God.
So I've been getting
that's what I'm
fucked.
saying.
They're trying to get me to pay like 400, 300 something
Well, you're
for my
young.
first 6 months because I've never had.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, man, like spending
get a
$1,000. So
DUI,
to give you an example, I know people that spend $1,000 on a truck, and it's like it's fine. I don't give a fuck. That's your decision. That's what you choose to do. But like, that's a liability. Like, you need to understand.
I mean, if you have to start,
You
out
need to
with
understand
your
a
bills, okay.
liability versus assets. That's, I think, you're like, when I see people with expensive trucks and living in like a fucking cheap ass house or whatever, or a raggedy, or we're living with their mom, is like, you lack of financial literacy. You lack of knowing what is an asset, what is a
But
liability.
I would say that's mostly
That's-
everybody in the hood.
Yeah, exactly.
I should, yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
how it's. But
You
that's
get your
how
taxes.
society-
Tax season comes through, and all you're thinking about is putting some badass rims to your fucking $1,000 car, $2,000 car, or fucking $15,000 car.
Or going
Like,
to the flea market and getting a little chain. Yeah.
exactly. Or instead of investing it or just saving it, or, you know, like,
And see,
it's
a
just
lot of
lack
times, like
of that
that's
of
just
knowledge.
It's almost like you're like, how do you not know? But unfortunately, like most like younger people are probably like Israel's probably smarter than me when it comes to that shit. Because he's just, I don't know, the internet and all that shit, I think is.
Dude, my mom.
It
My mom's
helps.
just my financial teacher.
But like, for example,
Yeah.
my parents that are illegal and they came from Mexico can't even speak English. You think they're gonna fucking know how to
And that's the thing, though. Like, I
help
think
my
tell you about taxes?
if your mom gave you
Right,
that,
right.
if your mom gave you that good information at a young
share it.
age, that's fucking amazing, because that's what we all needed growing up. My credit got fucked up when I was young because I was getting all these stupid student loans, but I didn't know shit. I was like, oh, free money. I'm a student. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Boom. And I didn't pay it. And then come now, I'm like, oh, I got to pay that shit because if I want to get a house in the future, I won't be able to get it. But who taught me that? Nobody.
Yeah.
Not even
I don't-
school,
I don't mean
which I
to-
think school should do it. But
they added financial literacy back in my freshman year, and it did nothing. It taught you literally nothing financially. Like it not. Even
I don't know if
touch
they
on
don't
credit.
want you to. I don't know if the government
want
talks to
you to
these
be in debt.
to these teachers like, hey, don't show these niggas like financial literacy. Don't show them what's a credit score and how to get it up. Show them how to just be a slave to the system. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
That's what it is.
Figure-
That's what it
told
is.
you
me I was
figured
gonna
it
fail.
out.
Figure it out, young bucko.
They always tell me I was gonna be horrible, like, you know, because I dropped out, and you know, leading up to that moment, my principals would always just bring me in the office and try to talk trash.
Because
on
you were
me.
talking right now that you, like in that comment, you saying you were going to get a car, right?
Yeah, I'm about
and
to
I
get a
think
car.
you should.
Yeah,
As a
but
youngster, you
I'm
should.
staying at my mom's house for another 2 years.
Exactly.
And because I'm trying to build up my money,
Right,
but I'm also like, I want a car.
with that, like, I get it, and that's what I told my buddy because he was thinking about getting a car, and I was like, "Don't do it, bro."
So why
'cause
don't you just go get like a little $5,000 car, like a $3,000 car?
I'm gonna
cash?
answer that before you answer.
thought about that.
Credit. It's what
I
it
have
comes
really
down to.
good credit
Because
now.
if he wants to get a house, before you get a house, you need a big loan. Because
Yes.
if you get a house right now, like at his age, they're gonna look at his history.
can't
He
even get
hasn't
the credit
purchased
cards I
anything
want.
big, so how the fuck I'm gonna know? Like, I want to give him $100,000.
What if you just have like 30
No.
racks saved up?
Dude, it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like
they
that,
go
bro.
off your credit.
They go off of, because it's the biggest loan you ever have. So like with that, you have to have something, at least minimum 10,000, 20,000. You get what I'm saying?
Damn, I'm still over here putting money in my shoebox and shit.
Yeah. So I
be
get it,
living in
and
that
that's
shoebox.
and it's crazy because my homie said that, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
People
You
need to
have
learn how to use credit cards.
So like, if you're young,
Man,
for
that's
all
the
you
crazy shit, bro. I know some motherfuckers.
yeah,
that-
all you young people out there, if you're gonna get a car under your name, make sure you fucking pay that shit because that's gonna fucking help your credit.
And
out
you
a
can't miss
lot.
any payments.
Exactly. No late payments either.
You can't get rid of that on because they do have
Takes
those
7 years to get rid of a late
those
payment.
credit repair motherfuckers, but they can't take those away.
7 years.
Yeah, exactly.
I know because I almost went bankrupt.
You know
heard?
what's funny too, and this is why I think there's, in a way, the system is fucked up. For example, a phone bill, you can pay that bitch on time for 5 years, it won't show up on your credit as you're paying it, but you fuck up.
That's why it's crazy, bro. I've seen some
get fucked.
motherfuckers that live like I don't know. They live the
think it's
crazy
just
lifestyle and.
It is, but why am I getting like I don't get
That's
I don't
why they
get
have stuff like
compensated
the Best
because
Buy
I'm
credit
paying
card
it
and all
on
that.
time, but then when I don't pay it on time, I get fucked in a very negative
Because
way.
It's
Like,
just
really?
it's just a phone.
Why don't
So-
you give me a break? Like, I paid it for 5 years straight without missing a payment.
Well, because
you know?
it's a loan at the end of the day, so they can feel however they want to feel. Because
Exactly.
at the end of the day, they didn't have to give you that
They
loan.
need to have that control because they don't want to be lenient with you. They want you to be like, oh no, but if you do this, yeah, now we're gonna hit you with that.
It's like they say,
And all you
beggars
have to do
can't
is
be
do this.
choosers. Like,
Yeah, true.
Because like, why don't you just buy your phone out front?
Yeah, it is. All this shit is interesting, but I think it's hopefully in the future, you know, by the time I have kids, fucking they teach us all of that shit.
well, not
you know?
by that time you teach them that. Not they.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah,
Because
for
I
sure.
mean, if you just wait and rely on they to fucking teach them, where you're gonna be, you know, so gonna be another.
Yeah, that's why they keep that information in private schools. They like to keep that.
That's probably why this
Because you
motherfucker Israel dropped out, because he has the dad that fucking tells him shit.
Well, his mom.
My mom teaches me so much financial stuff, and I have like a little small group of friends, like 5 friends that I'm consistently helping financially. Like, oh, do this because it's stuff that I learned from my mom, and as I've done it, I'm like, hey, this actually works really well. So let me tell it to these people that are either illegal, their parents don't know much about the system, they moved here. There's just so many kids that don't know anything about credit or anything at all. They don't even know how to open a bank.
Yeah,
it's
bro.
like, bro, they're.
The best way to start is, if you can't get a car, obviously, is just to do the secure
Discover
credit
It card. Nah, I did the Discover It card.
Car or car?
Card.
Okay.
Or if that, like,
Because no secure payment, and it's like 0% APR first 14 months with like crazy cashback stuff. And it's nice.
or go to your local bank. If you don't want to do that
Yeah.
online shit, go to your local bank. Hey, say, I got $300 here, because most of the banks, they require just a minimum of that. Like, they'll tell you $300, and that's a secure card. Basically, you take $300 out of your pocket. I want to turn this into a credit card, which is a secure card.
Building credit with
and
your
then
own
you
money.
build it. You spend the money on stuff you're already going to spend it, like on gas, groceries, or shit like that. Don't go over 30%. And if you do go over 30%, make sure you pay it back before the statement comes out.
Yes.
So that's it. That's how you build your credit. That's how I build my credit.
I built mine really fast by doing 50% and then paying off 25% of it right before the statement.
Exactly. Right before the cycle ends and shit. So, yeah.
I fucked mine up all the way. So
We learned, like, I fucked mine up, and I'm now fixing it, and it's in the 700s, which I'm proud of, because when I learned about credit scores, and like, there's an app that can tell you that. When I went there, I was at the 500s, like, I'm talking about close to 400, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck am I gonna do?
I kind of knew about it, but then it came a point where I was in crunch time, so I ran it up. I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna have the money anyway, so let me pay for school with this shit. Because if I don't pay for school, then I can't get my license, and then I can't make money. So
I wonder if I'm just spitballing here, I'm a little high, but do a lot of Hispanic, particularly Mexicans, maybe not really even have to
Mexicans
care.
don't even have credit, bro. So
No, that's what I'm saying. Hold on.
Let him finish.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
man.
okay. Well, that's
it's your problem.
No, that pretty much answers where I was going in a weird way, because what I was gonna say. Because now that I listen to the
I'm
answer,
telling you, that's what I'm saying. Like, most
because
Mexicans
what
can't even have credit.
No, because
like, a Mexican will go back to Mexico for a missing tail light. That's how I'm gonna put it.
Okay, right. No, what I'm saying is, I know there are a lot of hardworking Mexicans here in this country that aren't, legal per se. You know what I mean? And they're doing their shit. They're getting by, but they pay taxes and shit because they get checks and stuff, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
Or they get
Some of them just
right.
get paid cash.
Yeah, but for the ones that even get like a check, so that kind
Yeah.
of puts them more towards being more like financially literate, because they're now kind of in the quote unquote system, at least, right? But I think a lot of them are getting money and then either sending it back home, or they're going to go back and build shit back there. So they really ain't need credit here.
Well,
because they're sending money back. They're gonna go live back there anyway. They're gonna retire.
Well, that's like I guess a selective group that does that.
Okay, is
Which-
that
Yeah, they basically build over there, but then
That's a
you
selective group.
have another
Okay.
group, because, bro, like, it's crazy.
clearly
like,
there's a ton of here.
There's a lot of people that really what they do is they just save. Like, they'll fucking save, and then they'll go buy a Bobcat cash. Like, they'll go buy a trailer cash, but they'll find good deals, and they're not using credit. They're basically fucking doing everything just from
Old school and where
Yeah, if you don't got the money for it, then they don't
buy it.
They don't
Yeah,
buy
I
it.
think, and in that position, I think that's the right thing. I mean,
And I mean, credit is the American way. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have it, you can still live that lifestyle without necessarily affording it.
Yeah.
if you don't know, you're not even young. It can be anybody. you fucking get this $5,000 credit limit, and it's just they trick you into like, okay,
you're basically gonna pay a stupid tax on it.
Yeah,
you were
so like
stupid
buy
and you
this
took that
shit
loan.
and just make a minimum payment of $25, and you see it that way, and you're like, ah, shit, fuck it, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna get, you know,
yeah,
and then you get fucked, and then when you find out, you're fucking paying on only interest, because by the time you fucking finish paying off that $5,000, the interest rate is double. You know what I'm saying? So like,
and see, that's the crazy shit too, because you see that a lot too with street dudes that have a social security number and they could be working the credit, but they're street niggas, so they're basically with the street mentality, and you'll see them driving a fucking Cadillac with a chain and like they're, you know, fucking wad of money in their pocket. And their credit card,
it goes back to like
they don't have no credit.
Yeah.
You know? It's like in the Get Rich or Die Trying movie when 50 Cent walks up and fucking throws that bag of money. Like he's like, I don't even have a driver's license, but I got the money. Like,
yeah, it goes back to like, again, people look forward to tax season just to blow that motherfucker up and dumb shit and fucking liabilities. But
well, because most people kind of, and I think the system like that works, and it's fucked up to say, but you. For the system in place that we have, you have to have a lot of motherfuckers that are okay with that, though.
with debt,
Or just waiting until tax season to come back around to get that money to blow it and go back to work again. Because there's a lot of people, and it's not knocking them or saying it's bad. They're not motivated. You can't have everybody motivated because, you know, if everyone's motivated, then no one's motivated. You know what I'm saying?
it's like right
If
now
everyone's
like,
motivated, you can't be motivated. It's just like if everyone's special, then no one's special. So you got to have some people that are just okay with, I don't ever want to own anything. I don't want to ever pass. You know,
and some people are okay.
No,
with that.
you know,
Yeah.
you have to have that for the system
To work.
that is in place.
Like for a fucking company to work, you gotta have some employees.
Yeah. Remember we talked about last time, the easiest way not to get hired is what? To be, you know, irreplaceable. Like, you know, be replaceable. Like,
So going back on the fucking like that same topic, the unemployment shit. Some people are cool with the
Yeah,
fact
they're
that they're
making
getting
more money.
You're making more money than essential
Well,
employees. That's fucked up.
that's what
They're
I'm
making
saying.
more
Like,
money. They're
but
making
at
more
the end of the
money,
day,
like
bro,
double me.
they're just blowing. You know, most of those people are probably just blowing that money on dumbass shit. So then the next month comes around and they're broke again, and they're, you know, it's like a
So
Every Monday.
Insanity's fucking just doing the same shit over and over and expecting a different result. So
Every single Monday at Target, you get the people that come in with their unemployment checks, and they spend like crazy in there, like cartfuls of stuff. Just
balling out.
That's what it is. And if they do what they're gonna do, what they said they're gonna do, which is send fucking check every month for $1,200 until this bullshit is over.
weren't they saying like
A lot of
6
people are
months
just gonna
after
be
or
sitting at
something?
home
Is it
playing
gonna
that
happen?
PS4.
They said it'd take a few months after if they do it. Like it would be like
Because I heard it like, I keep seeing articles that is approved, is going through, so we're gonna get a
it's
check.
going through. It passed one. I forgot which section passed it, because the way the law system is, it sucks. Is they just keep filtering it through so many people.
Hey, you get
before
ice?
It actually goes fully through. I forgot which part has passed it already, but now they got to put it into another part of the government to pass.
That's interesting.
That's how it all works, man. And it
Yeah,
sucks.
I
It's
think
trash.
I don't know, but then it's so funny how the government talks about like, oh, we're in fucking debt. Oh, we're in fucking debt. This and that.
No,
Like,
you're in debt. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just saying. And then
We're
like,
not in debt.
you know what? Let's just go ahead and spend $3 trillion to give it to the Americans.
Because it
Well,
doesn't
what-
really exist.
Yeah, they just print that bitch out. You know, that's what I don't get. But it's
You know,
the
who loans
government.
the money, you know who
exist.
loans the money to America? Like, gets the money from, let's say, from the Federal Reserve, which is not part of the federal government. Like, if you look it up, it's like next to federal FedEx. Like, yeah, it's not. I'm not trying to go on that, but like that's the system going. You got to keep, because remember the borrower is slave to the lender. That's like in the Bible, I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But like, I'm serious. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. But like, that's some shit.
No,
like,
I'm laughing at
oh,
AV.
Oh,
this
okay.
motherfucker.
Dude, how dare you be-
going,
you
bro, that
laughing at
Johnny
him?
Walker does not play, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
What?
The Johnny Walker.
Johnny crawling soon.
Johnny Walker must have never made AV.
This shit will add up real quick, bro. Like I'm feeling nice.
You all right there, son?
Bro. Continue with what you were saying.
I'm gonna take a piss, but continue.
What was I talking about? I don't know what was I talking about, because I'm trying to see how much alcohol you just poured in that.
Where'd y'all get this from?
Where did
That is a souvenir from Mexico.
That is fire.
Bro, the dude that gave it to him, he was like, we went and then seen all the fucking structures and shit. He's like, so I was just fucking with the people there, and I was like, it's fucking lame here. He was like, it's hot. Y'all don't even got snacks or nothing. It's like a fucking. I was like, bro, that's hilarious.
Dude, pyramids. You know there's supposed like pyramids in China.
I mean, they build a fucking wall of China, so I imagine.
No,
they
yeah,
could
like
build
pyramids, like
too.
big pyramids, like they're all over China, but like no one really talks about it.
So how crazy
No, I've
is
seen that.
the wall of China, bro? That was a group of people on the same fucking plan for hundreds of years to build that wall.
Shit.
That thing is fire.
Motherfuckers can't even do a class project together, bro.
I couldn't. No, could you?
I mean, I was always bad at group projects.
Bro,
I would
second I
always do
got
all
in
the
a group
work.
project, I was over here just like
Trying to
scribbling
imagine.
on
I'm trying to
pad.
picture like what it would have been like during that time and what they were.
I wonder what your mentality was back then.
Yeah, like when you were.
And I mean, it's the Great Wall of China, you know, so that's why
You
it's-
missed it, dude.
I mean, like they were. Oh my god, that
You
was
missed
like
the
the
greatness.
best part of the podcast ever.
The greatness.
I'm just kidding.
What happened?
You missed everything. No, like, not a single
But like
thing's
when they're
happened.
building, like just to think like how fucking badass were the people they were trying to keep out, or were they just trying to keep them out? Like, you know, I mean, obviously they're trying to prevent was it the Mongols or something. I don't know.
I don't even know what the purpose of it was.
I think
but-
to keep the northern, like to keep it's protected, like it was for protection. You know what I mean? Like to keep the north out. I guess I thought that was Mongols or something. I could be wrong. I probably would keep butchering this up. You know, in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that was it.
You're gonna get bashed.
I'll probably.
What bash for what?
To get the information.
Oh, we
wrong.
said that how crazy it was.
Build the Great Wall of China.
The Great Wall of China was like hundreds of years. I think that people were on the same mission for years and years and
Yeah.
years to build that fucking
You
wall.
want a canvas or a poster?
You said what?
You want a canvas or a poster
For what? Of what?
for the wall?
Whatever.
I have a bunch.
I don't care. Whatever.
All right, I'll get you some.
I've been curious about like Greek, like
Bro, they're stupid. No, just wait.
I just been curious about. I don't know. I hope Netflix comes out with a series about
think they are-
a documentary or whatever.
Online, I was kind of shit online. They're the ones who heavily influence.
I feel like they're fucking interesting. Like,
them and the Etruscans.
why you crying, bro?
I get that thing. They influenced the
Sad.
Romans.
Big sad.
That's why
The Romans too are fucking interesting because
Yeah.
So the Greek influenced the Roman.
because the alphabet basically we have is like the Greek.
I feel like they should do a documentary talking about both because I feel like both, like looking back at their fucking story and like history and shit, like it's so interesting. Like these fucking gladiators were beast, you know, and then the Greek and like all that shit is just,
Now you gotta look at Rome's government how it fell because it's very similar, to how America could possibly fall in the same sense because America does mirror a lot of.
where do you
Rome's.
think this, and this is going back to the COVID, which I'm fucking sick of, to be honest, but where do you think this is gonna?
See how he did that?
I'm
What?
sick of it.
I'm fucking tired of talking about this bullshit, but it's just fine. We don't talk about it then. Fuck
Let's talk
it.
about it. No,
I'm just saying, like, where is it gonna get? Is it gonna get to the point where like this is the perfect excuse for them to say, hey, you know what? Let me fucking put a chip in your ass or put a chip in your brain or whatever to see where you're going, what you're doing,
Well, they already
who
have
you
it.
hanging out with.
They have it right here.
Oh, they're already tracking us, dude. Dude, you
Yeah, they're
have,
tracking us through that. Yeah, they track us through this.
They don't know.
think about the
They-
steps. Dude, the cellular ones of these now with the location inside. So you can be like, hey Siri, send blah 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 my location.
So you already put the chip in your ass without even knowing, bud.
You have the chip.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just right
Yeah.
there.
It's on your
SIM
cards.
card, your SIM card, your chip.
Yeah. But there's people I worked where I used to work that didn't have cell phones. There's
Chip.
people.
Oh, your
Everything's got a chip, bro.
whether you got a credit
Well,
card,
even the
debit
car.
card,
I think even the
your
car,
car.
too.
No, they
Who
do.
the fuck knows?
They
Yeah.
have
Who-
My
it.
uncle, bro, he's old school nigga. He was like, I was like, let me get your phone number so I can call you. He was like, if you want to talk to me, you can come see me. All right.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Here's my
You can't
address.
track those people.
But they do know where
Hold on,
we
you're
at.
like,
but
call me before you come, though. What?
Just go knock. and be
yeah.
Like, let me see if my uncle's there, like type shit. Like, damn.
But that's how you would do it, set it up, so he wouldn't have to come over to talk to you. That's how I would do it. Like, what's your phone number? Like, call me, or I'm not. You just come. You want to talk to me? Come see me. And he'd be like, but then when you leave, like, call me first. Now you can't come fucking see me.
I'm just like, I don't know where the fuck this thing is gonna. Cause like, yeah, they have track of us through this shit, but like, are they gonna take it to the next level where they like?
Elon
like,
Musk is still working on it.
You think Elon?
He's working on Neuralink,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
just literally like last week, they were just talking on Joe Rogan about it and like talking about your conscious.
you're right.
Yeah, a couple years ago, the dude from Google was talking about people will be in the future will be uploading their thoughts to like a mainframe computer. Like as long as
Here from 20 years, it's gonna be fucking crazy, huh?
if they can continue to play like with the vanity card and not use it in a like, but you got to use it delicately when you use the vanity.
Do you
card.
think this is a simulation?
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. I
why I like
would not
to
be surprised
party.
it's not. So what I was saying about the vanity card is slightly.
Why do you like to party?
Because we never really
His name
know
is
what
Rob.
the fuck is gonna happen. So I went through this depression during like my junior year when I started watching like a lot of conspiracy shit, and like so I felt like a little speck of fucking shit in all this. So I was like, I don't know, it was a weird time. Like I was just like anything.
You went down the rabbit hole.
Like anything I do doesn't really matter because the system is already fucked.
I went through that.
You know, so that's why a lot of times I like to party because I'm like, I might do fucking 30 haircuts in a day. I might do a badass podcast. I might do whatever. But at the end of the day, like I still ain't shit. You know, like
It goes back to like me looking.
and that sounds super depressing, but it kind of, you know, like
We don't have this.
It just going back to like, cause I was like looking at the next gen, like PlayStation 5 and Xbox and shit. And I'm like looking at the fucking next game. And this game was like a crazy ass fucking game where the graphics were so fucking crazy. So as you're a third person, and as you're like fucking going through these things, you can see fucking bugs going through and then fucking birds flying. And it looks so fucking real. And I'm like, that is kind of like a simulation type shit, you know, like,
Well, if this
20 years from now, is VR gonna be the thing?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
VR's already a thing, dude. I love VR.
it's a thing, but it's not like
fun.
it's not like
It's no-
it's not
You know one
integrated.
reason-
Oculus
Like,
Quest, just completely. You remember that thing?
Yeah.
VR, AR, you know,
don't
like all
need-
that kind of shit.
Dude,
like
the new iPad
fuck.
Pro has the little sensor. They're gonna start putting in this for the AR.
I
stuff.
seen it.
Dude, it's game over.
To me,
one reason why I love San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, is because you could do everything that you can do in real life, but in
Act
that
it out.
fucking
You can
game.
act it out. You
So
can act
like
it out.
now, if you really look at it, like that's kind of been my life. Like,
You know
go
how
to the
crazy
gym,
that
go
shit is?
eat, go fucking hang out with some.
so you guys played GTA, right?
I still play.
fuck
GTA.
yeah, bro. That's like
Well, that's the thing.
that kept
And-
me from
and
being a
people that are
hoodlum in
against
real life.
gaming use that shit like, oh, if this school shooter shoot this school because of a video game, especially San Andreas or fucking GTA. I think that has no shit to do with it, but just people are looking
I think
for.
it does corrupt your mind because at the time, like, I was like, let's say 13 when I was playing San Andreas. So the fact that I could like pick up a fucking prostitute and then smash her out, and you could just see all that, or you could just run up and fucking shoot somebody in the face, or you know, like that does kind of fucking. But it's not like I was like, oh shit, I did it on there. I'm just gonna go.
Do it in real life,
But
you
you
know.
see
But
how
it,
people
but it
could
does,
take it that
yeah. Like you could just walk.
There's a
up
lot
and
of stupid
fucking-
people out there.
There's a lot of stupid people.
Hey, if there's a life hack, if there's a simulation earlier when you said you were super depressed, when you felt like there's nothing you could do, and you were like, I feel like I'm nothing.
That's probably why I haven't done shrooms and shit like that. Because I
Nah, I'm
probably
trying to
feel
tell
like-
you, like I'm just telling you, there's a hack. And what I'm saying, if this is a simulation, the hack is within. Like, remember I was just giving that bullshit earlier when I said the shit and set it up against you. Basically, it's the same thing. When you go, I'm nothing in this, right? And so you like to party to kind of escape that, right?
Yeah, just well, and then like when you're around people that you fuck with, that time is like, even though you're in the system, you're still having a good time and you're still enjoying it. So it's like,
Okay, it's like the Matrix.
yeah, it makes it like, fuck it. At least I'm having a good time while I'm here.
The hack is if you accept that you're just a speck, right? Then you know. And when you know, that is freeing.
Yeah, yeah.
So you shouldn't be depressed.
Well, I was for a minute, and then after a while, it became like a, you know. But still, from time to time, I can go back to that place and just be like,
Well, that's a reminder. It's just a reminder. It's a reboot. It's a reboot. It's a reboot to remind you. Then, if it's happening, then that means you need to be reminded that you're free within this realm that you've created for yourself or agreed to.
but I'm still not free though. I am to a certain degree,
No,
but at
no,
the end
no,
of the
no,
day,
no.
I still know that I have to go cut some,
No,
cut,
not that.
make some money. I
No,
still gotta.
That's the character.
So
you
yeah.
play. No, that's just the character that you're playing.
So
What I'm
whenever I
saying-
get crunk and chill and shit, I'm just like in a.
No, I'm going back to the part where you go, I recognize that I'm just a speck. That's what I was saying. That's what you said earlier, right? That is the hack, because you go, okay, that's what I am. Then you can move freely. But if you had to do 30 haircuts a day and so forth, that's fine. Then you also
it makes it easier.
But you go through the system as a spec. You go, oh, I can do these 30 haircuts a day, or I can set up a place and have 10 motherfuckers doing 30 haircuts a day and paying me a percentage or paying me a booth rent. You see what I'm saying? Because there's levels to the system. But there's some people who figure it out and they just go, kind of got 30 more haircuts in, wake up again, and
do the same shit.
Thing, because they don't have the capacity. They can figure it out. They got just enough to figure it out, but they don't have enough to
go above that.
And yeah, there's a lot of motherfuckers who figure it out, but then they get mad and they get upset and they do wild out shit or whatever. They don't do anything about it, or they figure it out and it helps them adjust within their capabilities. They go, not a problem. Because I've met so many motherfuckers when I went through my whole I gotta wake everybody up phase.
Yes, that was my phase after the depression.
Right.
After the depression came
you gotta wake everybody up, but then you
I'm not hanging out with this motherfucker if he's not on that shit.
You find out, you go, oh shit, there are so many motherfuckers that have already figured it out, bro, and they just don't give a fuck.
I think that's when we became.
They don't. You're like, wait a minute, you're already. Because they start saying shit. Wait a minute, they'll say they slip up because sometimes
and you know how it is.
A lot of times, those motherfuckers, what they'll do is they'll just listen to you and play the role, but then sometimes they'll fuck up and they'll say some shit, and you'll go, wait, how did you know that? Wait, if you didn't know that, how did you know that? But you didn't know all this shit, but you knew that shit? What else do you know?
Bro, when I started going over to your place to get graphics and shit done, that's how it was, because I would talk about certain shit, and I could tell that, like, he would just listen, but then here and there, he would throw this fucking little, that I would be like, wait. So I'm just fucking, after I get my graphic, I'm just driving home like
thinking about shit.
Yeah, bro.
It's all
like
wordplay. I didn't come up with it. I just took it from other people and morphed it into
your own
thing, and I called it unwrapping. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Do one of your unwraps.
Oh, dude, like, okay, the simplest one, like, I just, the one I create is like, because my mind state is progressive. Like I was diagnosed as like a high, I don't know if I talked about it before, I was a high functioning autistic, like in my late 20s. Like that's what they label it as, like the way my brain functions, right? But I've always had like this thing for words, right? I've always liked words, but I never understood why I like words, right? But then the way I do the thing with the words is people would always be like, you should be a rapper, right? No, I should not be a rapper, because some people, just because I'm good at one part of it, there's other facets to being a rapper. So that's why you stay in your lane. So I just think differently, you know, I think retarded, you know, I'm like, so I go, I do a lot of anecdotal stuff. I'll just pick and choose things to apply to my reality. So I go, in science, for reaction, there's an opposite and equal reaction, right? So it's a play on words. So a rapper also nowadays, because I worked in the industry, I saw how rappers were gift wrapping for the corporations. In a sense, like a person who listens to this particular type of music. I'm sure they do it in all other genres too. I'm not saying it's just exclusive to hip hop, but that was the genre that I was working in. Mm-hmm. So I was seeing how they could use it, you know, to get people to say, okay, if they listen to this particular type of thing, they're most likely prone to buy this particular product. Mm-hmm. This mix into your social media, because this is what I was paying. This is my job. This is what I was doing stuff. So I would go, okay, I see how they're doing it, right? So. But that's also like a rapper, like they're gift wrapping. So like that's a double entendre, rapper. So I go, I'll be an unwrapper. I'll just break down words so you can break down people mentally to get inside their brain. And then you can kind of get them to see your perspective easier, because now they understand you better.
Instead of having to fucking drill them.
Well, that too, but also a lot of times, because everybody has masks. Now we're wearing masks to cover also covers the masks that we wear before. We already wearing masks. Wearing masks ain't new. People wear masks every fucking day. Mm-hmm. Then that's not who you are when you go to your job.
You control who you are with every single specific person. You're a different person with every person.
Yes, it's a fucking act. Yep. So it is a simulation in that sense.
You know Randy Walters? Black dude.
Yeah, he does like the film stuff and photography.
Yeah. One day I did a skit with him, and I was like, "Bro, you're such a fucking good actor." He was like, "I'm always acting AV."
Said some shit, but
I'm always acting AV.
But see, now you gotta like go in to find deeper levels and see how much he knows, like what he really thinks, or like what is that just surface, like as an actor, or does he understand on a deeper philosophical level? So the reason why I came up with Unwrapper is that I started earlier. I have a progressive mind because of being mixed and the cards I was dealt. I gotta like see progressive, but I understand the past, right?
Do the currency one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What I was gonna say, like I was saying, it's like I think about the future. I have things from the future, but I sample the past and I bring it to the future or bring it to the present to unwrap it, because that's your present. What you previously sent, that presents the present. See, previously sent becomes present, because things you think about here become here.
Oh, fuck that.
No,
why do you keep fucking?
Listen, because
like, my mind is already.
Listen, but the reason why I'm here,
and then
listen,
this motherfucker comes into the podcast and then just makes it.
Right, but listen, why is it right? Why am I right? Why am I right?
I'm waiting for my depression to waiting for my depression gives me anxiety. I'm like, what? And it just.
I think one of Darwin's favorite thing off of this podcast has been the freedom is an illusion.
Yeah.
But listen, okay, so currency, you like currency.
Motherfucker's been your favorite too.
So right now. If people have made it this far to the podcast, you could sample it too. Obviously, clearly, we know that you have that. Currency works is getting people to pay attention, right? That's all currency is. But how it works is in the game is if you can get people to make payments, you can get currency. But you can also get payments through people just currently seeing you. Because what they currently see is what they pay attention to. And you use currency to pay. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you those views, currently they see, oh shit, he's getting 2 million views. That's the stream. Because like I not come up with this, someone else came up with it. You find it when you go down that rabbit hole. A river bank, like the river, the water comes down from the mountains, right? And it goes out into the deltas and the stream or whatever, right? So the river banks direct and control currents of the rivers to the seas. So when you break it down, river banks direct and control currents to the sea. The banks control the current seas.
Oh, God.
I didn't come up with that. Someone else did. But see, I already thought weird with words, and someone else was saying some shit like that. I think, and I was like, oh shit, what's going on? So the conspiracy was perfect when you start breaking shit down. But you get to see how the wordplay, but we are controlled. We are the most word-controlled animal on the planet.
And
bro.
see, that's the simplest way.
Talking to Mike.
That it was complicated, but it's the simplest way that he can put it. Because even language, like Kasky has that song, it's called Words Are Just Words.
You said what?
You just be bullying him.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
No,
No.
Now I'll beat that nigga up.
we gonna record a fight afterwards.
But no, but
that is crazy.
But it's wordplay.
Yeah.
He came up with it like, I forgot about this one from a long time ago, but like he came up with like, if you look at the word words, right? But this is how the wordplay works within the word words. WORDS. If you can see it like WORDS, right? You slice off the S, right? And you put it to the front, right? And what do you form now?
Hold on. I got you. Hold up.
Oh, you're gonna do it with your iPad?
Hold up.
I mean, they can edit it, but let's
You're
okay.
gonna need this.
So this is gonna be weird. Okay, so no, just you can see it. Look, S.
I can send him the files too.
What? No, you have to do it with that. Look, don't even do it. So listen, they can just see it. SWORD, right? Right, it's sword.
Sword.
Because you got words. You take that and move it to the front. It's a sword.
Go ahead. Do your thing with the iPad.
Drop. Give us the visual.
Give
You send it to him.
So for those that are not watching and you're listening to us, you can also find us on YouTube,
you have
Halfcore
the word words.
Podcast.
You're gonna send him this
if you want
file?
to see this
You
shit.
can even just show it to him. It's big enough. They can zoom in. They got good quality.
Okay, look, like the word words. They would say like, you play with it. You cut this S off and you move it to the front, and now that would form the word
S.
ORD, sword. And the reason why, sorry, Pyramid, but the reason why you do this is because words cut deep. You can stab someone with the point to your story. Oh, that hurt what you said. Why would you say that to me? Because it's mean. What did you mean?
God fucking.
You see what I'm saying? There's a meaning behind something. What are you trying to get done? So that's why you can cut and maneuver with the sword. But then that's why
What is the meaning behind this?
Yeah, so like
That's right there. He just explained.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's just trolling. He's just trolling his dad. Like, I'm just saying, like, that's how he works. The apple does not fall far from the tree. So I just carry that on rapping. It's just a way, because that's what hip hop does, but that's the way it does. We're constantly putting magic spells out. Like, you spell it out. You know, that's why dudes buy the trucks or they buying things getting in debt, because they trying to get some. Yeah, ain't trying to get some pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the game.
I was talking to this military dude. He was like, there was a lot of great things about the military. He was like, you know, the benefits. I was like, you got a lot of pussy too, huh? He was like, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, that was the biggest reason.
Yeah, because that's what drives society. Sex. If we don't do sex, then we don't reproduce. If we don't reproduce, society dies.
Well, the whole purpose
So they make us
behind
robots.
Everybody wants to fuck.
right.
What's
So
that
the
say?
whole
Stop right
purpose
now. Stop
behind
right now.
fucking and sex is to reproduce creatures. That's the reason why animals have sex, is to reproduce. But we are some fuck niggas because we just like it and we just have it for fun. And sometimes it turns into oops, but that's the real purpose behind
I'm
sex.
pro eugenics.
You said what?
I'm pro eugenics.
What?
I'm fucked up. I'm pro eugenics. I'm pro people. Some people should not be allowed to breed. You can fuck whoever you want, but I think some people should not be allowed to breed.
That is so true.
I think some people. I think when they do the chip, when they put that in, I think what happen. If they do that shit, what can happen? Like, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying what could possibly
But how would you
happen.
know when somebody is capable? IQ or what?
No, the chip.
This bitch is dumb, though.
No, remember we're talking about
What
the
are we
chip.
talking about? Like, as far as what?
He says that some people shouldn't have kids because
Yes,
they're
remember,
stupid.
he asked me how I
They're
figure
gonna
out
be like, check your genes and stuff.
Are you asking me like how I think how they're gonna figure out who can and cannot?
Yeah.
That's what I was segueing into. The chip. Remember we talked about the chip earlier?
Yeah.
That you bring the chip back in, everybody gets their data. Like, I might not be, we might have genes that stop it. You can't have any more kids. That's fine.
So you think when we get this chip, it's gonna get to the point where like, oh, this
It could.
motherfucker can have kids, so we're
Yes,
gonna
but
fucking
listen,
take his balls away or some shit like that, or what?
No, not even that. But like, you can still scrape it. I guess fine, whatever. But listen, but what I'm saying is like, you could like, you just make it where you don't restrict their human rights. To like, you can fuck whoever, but with time to breed, it's like, okay, you and her have a kid, but we raise the kid collectively. Like, this is how it would be in the society, like going toward a utopian society, towards like a new world order. I'm not saying this is going to happen, people.
Yeah, it's just
I'm saying
a
this
fucking
is a
perspective.
possibility if it goes that way. And it could be on some like, not even on some like horrific malicious shit, if certain people die off. I just keep it real. If certain people who think a certain way die off, they get usher in that type
If we lose
of way.
the Pharrells and the Tylers and all them.
I'm just saying in general, but no, they can still reproduce. They might be the ones, but then they're like, hey, Pharrell, Lady Gaga, you got to have a kid together. And that fucking kid is just making the dopest fucking beats and singing the greatest shit ever. Who's it play? Hey, LeBron James.
Well, that's the thing, though. I think people already.
LeBron James and Serena Williams, give us a kid.
That's how girls
What's
go.
up with that?
That's how.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if LeBron James and Sabrina? Sorry.
That's how girls pick.
Sabrina
That's how
Williams.
girls pick their guy, though.
That's it.
Can you imagine if that
That's it.
happened?
If that happens, that's it. Game
If
over.
we did that,
What do you think?
For sure, ESPN would buy the rights
Bro,
to that
that-
right now, son. NBA
For
would,
real.
NBA would like sign.
Now on
Bro,
these
that's-
9 months that
that's
Serena
basically-
Williams is pregnant, we're gonna
that's-
talk about that.
That's slavery. That's Jim Crow law again, or what was it called?
It doesn't matter. Give me a white person,
that's what slaves-
Bryce Harper and fucking Maria Sharapova. I don't give a
That's
fuck
what
who
the
it is.
slaves did. They
It
would
doesn't have to be
breed.
that.
They would breed like mom and
At
dad,
the
or
end of the
like
day,
mom
they're
and
puppets.
brother, as long as they made a fucking
Yes,
badass
but we
athlete.
do that for everybody, and look what it did. It paid dividends. We have some of the best athletes ever, some of the best, smartest human beings. People are also, we talk about their athletic
Height,
ability.
probably gonna play
They're
games.
very intelligent. Black people are highly
Genetics.
intelligent.
Fuck.
Black people are highly intelligent as well. They're not stupid. So that also came from it as well, because they got to survive. They got to figure this shit out, especially when they're oppressed the whole time and maneuver. So black people that came through the system are very well fucking paused, but they can't get rid of them. They try all day. That's why they get all worked up. And they go, how to get rid of it? Some shit. They owned them at first.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you want to go in that situation.
So what's your thoughts on them being behind?
No, but let's go back. I'm just saying, I was just going out. You went to slavery. Pull back on the slavery. I want to say that my time I said to slavery, I was saying you can fuck who you want. You have the freedom to be married to who you want in this game. I was just saying that to make everybody look a little bit better and be a little bit better, we should control who breathes. Because some people are breeding, you're like, why are you fucking having kids?
Yeah.
You say it, but you have your kids. But that's the world we live in. I'm just saying. But how do I feel about slavery? What?
Fuck, I don't even, yeah, a lot of, basically a lot of black people think they're behind because of all the shit that's happening.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, that's a given.
Yeah.
Without, you can just, I mean, if you just follow the paper trail, you can clearly
All the dysfunction
see,
comes from.
you just see it. Yeah, you can. You
It's
see
unfair.
It. And it's but then
So what do we do to fix that?
we don't have to do anything collectively. When you say we, like Hispanics,
As a society.
Hispanics don't.
No, as a society.
Society doesn't have to, because why should? Because how are you going to ask a group of people to trust the same society that put them in this position to be the ones to fix it? Because black people were just fine after, for a certain period of time. Like, just go look up Black Wall Street if you're not familiar with that by now. Look that up. That's just a perfect example. Black people need, I'm going to say some shit that's going to sound controversial, but it's not, because you let me finish it through. Don't edit it and clip it. Black people need to segregate, reassemble, come back to the table, and then renegotiate. That is my opinion. I'm not saying that's what they're going to do or they should do. That when I say they should, that's just my opinion. It's what I feel. They need to segregate again. Circulate that money back within the black community, which they are doing. Lots of people support. I see it. I work with plenty of black people that are supporting other black people. I see it. But it needs to be more collectively. And that needs to be the narrative. But you clearly see that there's a narrative push. There's the same narrative.
Well, they were talking about that.
Hispanics get the same. You know it. You know.
We were talking about that. And when I say, like, I get what you're saying, like, in general, like, to give you an example, the Mayweather and Conor McGregor, like, where's Conor McGregor from? Ireland.
Yeah.
The support he had compared to support that Mayweather had was totally, like, different.
Well, yeah, but there's a large number more white people in this country, first off, and Irish,
Well, yeah, it does have to do with that. But I feel like,
really what it is.
in general, like,
But no, the point you want to make with that is, well, there's a point you could make. Sorry, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
They're both one and the same person. Mayweather is McGregor, and McGregor is Mayweather. You feel me? But one's the white version and one's the white version. Right. You see what I'm saying? They're both braggadocious. They
like to talk shit.
They both back it up.
Yeah.
They're both flamboyant. But what's the one common? Oh, one's from Europe. Is that what it is? One's from America.
It's really not. Is it Europe?
Yeah, he's from Ireland. Ireland's in Europe.
Is it?
Yeah, it's part of Europe.
You know, I dog.
Oh.
But no, so what I'm saying, that's just the common. That's the thing that separates him, and that's how he gets to be the villain. But it's always black as the villain.
Yeah,
it's always that way.
Yeah,
not always, but.
So on the other theory, which is kind of interesting to me, flat Earth.
Oh shit!
No,
a fake moon landing, like that is kind of becoming a buzz now. Even more. It's been a buzz for a minute, especially like the moon land.
So
it's coming back. It's coming back.
It came back again.
Especially when Kyrie Irving.
B.O.B.
When Kyrie Irving said it too.
That was a couple years ago when he said that, wasn't
it? Yeah. But then, like, I don't remember who the fuck said it, but it's like, so is it true or not? Like,
well, you know where it comes from, right? Like why it might be bubbling still.
So do you think it's flat or not? Do you think all these pictures from space?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Is it true? Like
they use anecdotal evidence in like the within the conspiracy.
Especially with Eddie Bravo. He's a fucking character.
If you just look at those guys, they've already kind of gone. I mean, I've put my work in to kind of study the stuff as well. But if you just look at how they laid it out for you, it's pretty self-explanatory. Supposedly, NASA, yes, does have to compile the pictures and do this and that, but that doesn't mean that the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence and all that cliche bullshit that you put in. But basically, they say, they went to the moon supposedly, but they did lose the tapes or they didn't have the way to film it, so they just filmed it. They did actually film it just to show it, but they actually did go to the moon. So you see what I'm saying? Like my
thing is like, why fake it though? Like if you went to the moon and the footage got fucked up, why fake it? Instead of saying, hey, we went to the moon, fuck it.
remember-
The footage got fucked up. Hey, we're gonna go. It's not gonna be the first or last time we're gonna go to the moon.
Because people were, it was easy to fool people back then. Think about it. They didn't have the internet back then. Think about TV back
They
then.
didn't have that conscious.
They weren't woke, if you will.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of the decade, they were like, we're going to put a man on the moon. Kennedy, I think Kennedy said it. Kennedy said we're going to put a man on the moon by the end of the decade. So when did we go to the moon? 69, right before the end of the decade. Who was the first one to get out into space? Who got to space first?
Who?
Russia. Sputnik. They sent a dog out there at first one time. When they sent a dog, and then they sent a human. They circled around or did some shit. They got out there first. So there was a race. So we had to. So there was more than just the reason why you would fake it would be to keep that American pride going. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying why fake it or not fake it, but why go and then film it and prove it. Just say we went. Yeah, you got to keep that going, even if they did make it. Even if they didn't make it, but it's supposedly to prove like, hey, we made it. We made it. That's all they were trying to get to. Whether how they got to there, they needed to be by the end of the decade, we're on the moon.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same shit they say. Like, are we?
But they say, oh, sorry to cut you off. But they do say, and I haven't looked up and researched it 100%, but they say that we can't supposedly go back now.
Yeah.
What do you mean? To the moon?
They
Yes.
say there's all these things.
Yeah, there's so many
things.
things that are. That's the reason why we don't go back. You can look this up. So that's what helps them go. Oh, look, it must have not happened because how come we can't go now? How do we go then? Sure, things change. You know, things happen. You know, things.
So what is their thing?
I don't know.
What is
There's
their
something
thing
in
on?
the atmosphere? I forgot. Dude, I smoke too much to remember. But listen, it's just something in the something in the space and whatever that was preventing this from going. That's what they say. But I got to research and give you 100%. See what I'm saying? So when you hear that, it loads in it. So technically, the Earth is flat, but it is flat. Like, but it is also, you know, it could be round. It could be like an ovally type shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the reason why it's the Bible thumper, because it goes back to the heliocentric whatever versus whatever centric whatever. Like we say the sun revolves around us and. Well, we don't revolve around, you know, we revolve around the sun. So it's kind of going back to the 1500s when the Copernicus and all them fools came on the scene and was going against religion. And that's why it mixes so it perfectly ties in to being able to tie into like Freemasonry and they came along later and then the Illuminati. And because that's what I'm saying, because that's who basically is fighting online is you're getting the church people. Because they're all in it. When you're like, that's why I stepped away from the whole conspiracy world. Because I was like, it's always no matter what you believe. Because when I watched one of those videos one time about it, they said, who's controlling this? The Freemasons. I said, God damn it. Freemasons again, I'm done. That's what I was basically like. That's what it was. Like, that's what I was done. Like, I couldn't do it anymore. Because like, every single time it goes back to Freemasons. Give me somebody new. Give me a new bad guy. Give me a new villain. I'm tired of hearing about the Freemasons.
That is interesting. I didn't know there was a thing like when it comes to the moon, like.
Well, just saying because it all ties in back to the flat Earth.
Because I know that's what Elon Musk is doing. He's trying to make sure like we make it to Mars, just in case we as humans fuck up this planet. We got somewhere to go.
It's not even about in case. You don't worry about getting to Mars. The Mars isn't the end game. The end game.
That's just the start.
End game is getting the fuck out of this little solar system that we're in, galaxy, whatever, to be able to have enough of us, and that's why it ties back into my selective breeding shit, not to be on some slavery shit, but getting enough of us mentally, physically smart enough, start
getting a bunch of
it
Elon
is
Musks
breeding
out
us
here.
in a sense, but I'm not saying under slavery conditions.
Yeah,
But I am saying start a breeding
strategically.
program. Like it's almost like with the Nazis trying to do some shit like that. I don't know if they were their Lebensborn fucking with their all white. And I'm not saying everybody can breed with everybody. You mix them up. It doesn't matter. Like you can mix. I don't care what we're all tan at this point. I don't give a fuck. But we just need to be super strong, super endurance, super lungs. Build this bigger so we can get on these ships and get the fuck out of here. Because one day the sun is gonna go out, and when that happens, I don't give a fuck if you on Mars, Venus. Pluto, I don't give a fuck which planet you on.
We're gonna get fucked.
It's a wrap. It's done. Your light's out.
Yeah.
The sun has returned. That's something that we're going to a whole another conspiracy. Like, that's your real Jesus up there. Because he turned into a sun. He turned. When will he return? Nobody knows. Only God. Because that's your savior. That's your fucking savior. One day, that sun is going to return. It will turn back into nothing. It will not be what it is currently. You see, it is a being. It's on, like ontology.
We do,
Right?
yeah.
If you're talking about the
And
Greeks, hold on, try the Greeks. Look up the word ontology. ontology. I'm spelling, so when you look it up, you might. It is this metaphysics of being. To be or not to be, that is the question. But what's the answer? Right now, that sun is being a sun for us, and it saves us every fucking day and gives us life. But one day, it's going to, like I said, I'm going to repeat again, it's going to return to nothing.
How long?
No one knows.
Billions
Only
is what
the
they say.
Father, listen, only the Father knows. Because everybody's when Jesus returned, but it tells you right there, only the Father, not even Jesus knows.
Yeah.
Not even the Son knows. Like we can't, I think we estimate how old the sun is. We don't know. We estimate how old the galaxy is.
Or the planet in
or the
general.
universe.
Yeah,
The way I think of that is if you tell a story, by the time it gets, let's say I tell you something.
Yeah, so
by the time it gets to Darwin, it's going to be a
You're
different
talking about
story.
you're right, it's called playing telephone.
So imagine that shit from years and years and years and years.
I don't
want to
get too technical, but it's like with the Bible stuff, like who wrote the Bible? Like
Man wrote it. Obviously, man wrote it. Men wrote it.
I don't want to get too technical
Man
because I know
lie,
the
women
religion
lie.
people can get
Number
by
one.
her.
But it's not. Clearly, man wrote. God didn't write it. God, you can say, you can lie all you want, or tell people that's what I can't. But God didn't write it. You can take some drugs and write some shit and be like, oh, I spoke to God. That's the motherfuckers who taking DMT and what they seen. They'll tell you they've seen some shit. It sound like they talking to God or a God.
Yeah.
So it sounds like. So that's all I'm saying. Man wrote it. So I'm not saying it's wrong or false, but there's things you can take from it to apply to this shit that we're talking about.
Yes.
Are you okay with dying?
With dying? Dude, I think, yes, I'm okay with it at this point right now. Like, do I want to die? Fuck no. No, I got a lot of shit to do and see. I want to watch this motherfucker do some dope shit. Like, this dude's going to do some dope shit. Like, think about it. Like, look how many views I got on my podcast. Look how many nigga. This nigga got all them views, bro. Like, made me proud. And I was like, there he goes. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was dope because y'all put me on. I helped y'all with the logos. It was back and forth. It was a give back and forth. Like, that's what's about being. Like, the reason I'm being here right now is because I kept sending the fucking messages to y'all just joking around, but being serious. The people want to know when you're going to have me back on the podcast again. By the way, also the people are me. I messaged him now.
Yeah.
You got it or he got it. Or both of y'all get
got
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was me saying like, okay, when you going to have us on? But then you always would say it when you got the mics. I already knew you would have me on. Well, I believe you. Of course, we've done enough, but I believe your word. You said you were going to have me back on when you got the mics to have, right.
Yeah.
Right, correct? You said that, right? Or one of y'all said that.
Yeah.
Were you the one that typed it back? You were going to have me on?
I did.
Okay, so you said
You
it.
said that once here too.
Yeah, I did.
Right, you'd have that. So, okay, so that was already solidified for me. So I knew I could just make these bullshit jokes, corny dad jokes, if you will, and make it funny. But it's also just a reminder, too, because I'm aware you're busy. I know where your energies are focused, so I need to make a splash in your currency. What you are currently seeing, let me just drop in. That's why earlier we were talking about DMs, you got cut off. Women like it when you're in their DMs if you're respectable.
Yeah. And
if you are the better term. Gentlemen, a lot of these dudes are making it easy for us because they're just idiots. Jesus Christ.
Good morning. Never ever open the message. Good morning. Bro.
Or how
all
about-
the girls,
How about a good afternoon, motherfucker? How about a good afternoon? Good morning. How about a good throw her off? Whoa. He said good afternoon. He never says good afternoon. Let's see what this.
What is this gonna take me? You know.
Why not? You never might catch you on
Who
that
is this
day.
guy?
And if she says, he never says what. Go
What?
message her a friend.
One of my buddies just said, he was like, everybody just wants to be loved.
Yeah, and they do, but and also
And everybody
sometimes
just wants to be loved.
they want to talk to you. They want to vent to you, vent to the opposite sex without being judged or told, here's how to fix it.
Yeah.
Or here, let me give you some. No, they just want to talk.
Vent.
And whether they're talking about their man or they're talking about their job or they're talking about whatever. And you can call it cheating if you want, fine. A lot of women need to cheat because their lives are miserable.
Yeah.
I'm not saying cheat physically, but at the end of the day, you're welcome, dude. You're welcome that I'm entertaining her so you don't have to.
How would you feel about that if your girl was telling somebody else all the problems?
I don't care what any of y'all say. Every single girl is texting a guy. And because I know, I'm the guy that girls are messaging like, oh my God, blah, blah, just did this. Oh, da, 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 da. And I'm like, oh no, it's okay. Well, and I'm not even trying to do anything. I respect, that's their girl, but I'm like, I'm going to, you need
You're the
that
counselor.
support. Like the other day, one of my friends made some box for put all her love and effort into some crazy box for her boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And he was like, all right, I'm going to get you something too. She hadn't give it to him yet because she was like, I got you a present. And he was like, oh, I need to get you one too. And she's like, so did you get my present yet? And he was like, oh, no, I forgot. I was playing the game. And she just starts crying. And it's like, dude, you can't. Because guys don't know how to. Oh, you can't. So I'm saving people's relationships.
But those are the dudes that are smashing though.
They don't know what they're doing.
You said what?
I said those are the dudes that are smashing.
Oh, yeah. He probably has a side chick. Or she is the side chick. Or she is the side chick.
Yeah.
Surprise! You're the side chick.
But it does feel like you're talking to him though. Whenever that's going on, you know what I mean? You have those you guys got to get deep with each other. And,
so you're pretty much their their psychiatrist and shit.
Psychiatrist, but
psychologist.
It's weird. It's weird.
Damn.
Fuck it.
I mean, it is what it is.
And they're just as the same. They're just the same as we are.
Yeah. Everybody's supposed to be loved.
Women, I mean,
they're the same.
That's why, when I see these wimps,
the same and
it's
different.
cool. I like talking to
because they're different.
The type of what's your type? They're like, women. What's your type? Well, the type of woman that I like are the women that are like dudes. That's what I like.
You?
Yeah, that's what I prefer. I prefer women
hey, what's up, bruh?
No, not like that. Not like that, but sometimes they might say that and jokingly.
When they hit you with a...
No, it's
not
here.
much, bruh.
No, it's here. It's here.
They come over and they slap your ass.
What you're talking about.
Hey, what up, bruh?
No, see, you're going on a different route.
On the young Ma route or some shit.
What I say like a dude is they understand dudes. They're still a woman. Yeah. They're feminine. They take they're aware. They're not just
but they can play like Grand Theft Auto with you.
But they understand.
Or smoke a blunt.
Or they grew up with brothers or something like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they've dated around a few times and they understand how dudes are.
They play softball.
The reason why those women are so awesome to me.
You don't like the ones that are on watching the Kardashians and shit.
They can be a dude like the type that I like, and they can be into the Kardashians. I don't hold that against them. That's not mutually exclusive. What I'm saying, because they make it where you don't have to be that bullshit dude that we are.
Be fake. You can just be.
You can be yourself.
You
don't have to be that guy that we all try to think we have to be. Whatever it is we want to think we have to get.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that. We just can be ourselves, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It might be the girl that you play Minecraft with or GTA. It might be the girl that you sew with or whatever the fuck it is you do. Yeah. But it's the one that you can just, what I'm talking about. You might have had one. It might have been a girl that you never dated. It might have been a girl that you've been in class with. It might have been a girl that you worked with. Like, this bitch is cool as fuck. That's what you said, but she's not a bitch, but this woman, this lady, whatever. But that's what you said. She's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's what she said about it. Like, but that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, even though you didn't fuck or you didn't do
it doesn't have to
you're
be
like,
that.
fuck.
It could be anything. It's just that feeling, understanding, making you and
you feel at peace. You just
it's the opposite. It's the opposite that makes it so special because it does give you the reflection. Because there is that in you as well. Because men start out as women. We start out as women, then we become men. So we still have that in us.
You gotta be. You gotta connect to your feminine side in some way.
Right, some way, and they allow you to do that when they are open, when they bloom and blossom, if you will, and or revealing.
When they make you moan.
No, even on a physical. That's cool. That's
I mean,
cool. No, you can go that route. No, you can go that route. No, I'm talking about when they are willing to give you them on a spiritual.
I mean, you got to think about it, bro. They got to spread their legs and you go in there and shit.
So
like that's a whole.
I see what you're doing.
That's kind of fucking.
I'm trying to keep it on this side, and you want to
So you
go
talking
here.
about fucking leaving them
just
nuts?
the act of sex. You got to think about it.
Okay, that's not what I'm talking about.
A girl is taking that shit.
No,
like, it's
that's
like
not,
a different thing.
AV, I'm talking about them opening up. I think. Are you just trolling, or are you just like?
He's talking for real. For real.
He's drunk and high.
Okay, but I get
faded.
that. I get that. But listen, what I was just talking about a moment though, just to keep it for women, because if women are listening right now, they may be like, oh,
I was on the rapping.
Talking about. No, what I'm saying is like they open up to you, and when you talk to them and you convey
Well, that's
things.
what I
like
mean by opening up. When they spread their legs, they're opening up because they wouldn't feel comfortable if they didn't feel comfortable.
That's true. That's true.
I'll get your point.
It's like a dog. It's like a dog. Like a dog
It's-
will be like.
That's not what we're talking about. Because
They're
you're talking about a physical.
comfortable.
No. When they are comfortable.
I get what he's saying on that.
Listen, there's plenty of women
Like, if
that
she
don't
didn't feel
listen,
comfortable,
no.
she wouldn't open up.
No. There are plenty. Okay, comfortable enough because you're okay. Now you're just clearly, if you came to keep it real, you're clearly. Please be careful where you're going because now you're going into a rape. No, I'm just being real.
Because he's saying they're opening up.
I get that, but that's no. I'm gonna be 1,000. There are plenty of women that will open up their legs and not open up the way that I'm talking about.
But
That's not what I'm talking about. I get it. You might be higher to troll. I'm just being real.
I'm saying they still opened up.
No. What you're talking about, like I'm going to be serious for a moment, like against what you're saying. I don't know your vibe right now, AV. I'm just being real.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when a woman opens up to you as her, not sexually. It doesn't have to be in a relationship. It could just be
Kind of connection type shit.
Connection. It could be
It's
a
energy.
co-worker. It's an energy thing. When she's willing to give you that and allow you to reflect and be like, this is what you're doing wrong. This is what you need to do. And she's talking to you in that deal because she's talking to your emotion. Because you may be emotional because clearly you're talking to a woman. So you need some emotional therapy that you need some kind of interaction with.
Yeah.
When they give you that, that's amazing. It's empowering. Now, if she will open her legs after she's done that, that's a whole different thing. Now you need to be careful because now you might be going into the love realm. So you better be careful with that.
So besides all this,
you better be careful with that because if you go in there and fuck that up by going in there and you have no intention, then you're gonna fuck this up.
Right. So what you're saying is, besides all that, she's telling you this and that. At the end of the day, there is no connection as far as like, oh, I'm maybe falling in love with her and shit or whatever.
That's not, no, I'm just.
You're just saying like,
I'm talking about.
Hold up, this is what I was talking about. Let's say
I'm just talking about I was talking about the opposite reaction of energy because we're men at the end of the day, right? We're walking around doing this, and this, right? But we have our own things. But when we interact with women, we have societal things that are in play that we feel we're supposed to follow or that we do follow, right? Sometimes I'm going back to when you find a woman that's like a dude. She opens up to you, talks to you about her childhood, talks to you about what she grew up, talks to you about her feelings, talks to you about her emotions.
So you're saying that's a dude thing?
No, but when she gives you all that and then is cool on top of it, you see what I'm saying? Like
you're saying it's cool, but it's...
There's some dudes, some women won't give you that. They'll be your dude friend, but they won't give you this.
This has nothing to do with fucking her.
No, you can fuck, that's fine. They can come from that, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about fucking at all. At all. That's what I'm saying. This could come from a woman that you work with, a coworker, girl you went to school with. It's when they open up and they are this. It's because women are powerful. Yeah. Is what I'm saying. Women are powerful creatures. We are powerful too. Men are great. I'm not saying women are powerful to belittle men or give up women. No, we're both. It's the equal exchange. But that's what I was talking about. Because sometimes when you're in the DM, sometimes when you're talking to these women, it's like, yeah, it could be about you're sexting or something like that. But every once in a while, you think you're gonna sex and hey, how's your day? You're doing the typical how's your day? Oh my God. So you now you're gonna check what kind of person you really are. Or do you just duck out because she's not willing to sex you right now? Or do you go, or I'm saying, no, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's how you're going to check who you are.
At that point, you're just kind of, just using each other for like emotional support and shit.
Right, but that's okay.
But I even think that's more important than just sex.
But no, right, but that's what you're saying. But then you go, what's up? Do you want to talk about it?
Especially now,
because if they say no, now depending on the level of connection that you are, you can still be, it's what I'm saying, it doesn't have to be so serious. If she knows you, and you know her. Perfect example. You think you're gonna hit her. She happened to like one of your funny posts. She ha-has, but she ha-ha because she's having a shitty day. She just wants to ha-ha and like a meme and be left alone. But so many times, oh, you like my meme? It means you must want to talk.
Yeah, you want to smash.
That's not a smash. It just means you want to talk. That's how I look at it. I don't go that way because so you jump in thinking you're gonna go, because a lot of times it's better just to have it, not actually do it, just to talk to them about it. That's the better thing. So you jump in thinking it's gonna be that, oh, my day's bad. Well, how's your? Do you want to talk about it? No, I'm just gonna take a bath and go to bed. Well, great, because I don't want to hear about it. Have a good night.
Fuck you too, bitch. No.
But then you can do that too. You can do that depending on how well she understands you.
I just don't tend to talk. I don't tend to even talk to women unless I'm like.
Okay, that's your
drunk.
No, interested in them.
Or you have any
I don't want to just be friends with most girls. To be honest, there's
okay.
Really
That's
not,
you. Okay, that's you. Then you really are old school. So now when you're Snoop old school, you're more old school in other ways too, which is fine. And I'm not saying that's wrong. There are plenty of men that think that way and that they feel they can't be friends with women. I'm okay. I'm okay. No, that's okay. There's nothing wrong. I'm not putting you on a deal and trying to be it's going to make you a barbarian or a caveman. No, I'm not saying that. That's okay because there's plenty, and there's probably women that feel the same about it. I don't. I believe you can still be friends with women. You can be friends with women. I believe that. Is it sometimes a little bit harder? Sure, because it's kind of being like it's almost like you just gotta basically figure out how they think a little bit and you think a little bit.
And I mean, I can figure it out, but
you're just lazy, so it's fine. You don't want to put the effort in. That's all it is. So what I
don't want to get emotionally invested in.
And they don't want to either. A lot of the time, sometimes they don't want to either. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. The women who are like dudes are like, I just want to
I'll vibe with the chick,
or I just want to hang out, or I just want to talk. It doesn't have to be about sex. That's what I'm saying.
At the end of the day, it all comes down to we are not meant to be alone, and we are afraid to be alone. That's
sure, because we're gonna die alone anyway.
Exactly.
Unless you're in a plane, like somebody, or a car accident, or whatever, then you kind of technically dying together.
We need a girl.
Do you need a girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you do, bro.
You need a good woman in your life.
I think you do.
You need a good woman. That's all I'm gonna say. How that good woman is in your life.
That's why some people just have their
So
mom.
you just need a good woman. That's it.
That's all I'm saying.
That's
you need a good woman, bro.
You don't need okay.
That's it. That's my belief. That's me. That's my belief.
I can agree. I think especially when it comes to success.
Sister, wife, daughter.
Yeah.
See, some people get it.
Some feminine energy.
Yeah, exactly.
You need that. If
you find it as like your soulmate, then
great.
Wonderful.
Whoa, you're the jackpot.
But even
bro.
a soulmate, I think that's kind of like one of a soulmate. I think a soulmate. I think is one of those cliche stories that we tell ourselves too. To be honest, a soulmate.
Yeah.
Or fucking.
That's like Santa Claus.
Well, that can help
shit.
perpetuate the whole Valentine's and buying and dating and all that, keeping that system going.
Like a cool story.
A fucking great woman, period. Like, even if it turns out that she's like your fucking girlfriend or it turns out to be your wife or something. Like he says, a great woman. Like, you just need that just to,
And a woman needs a great man in her life in return.
Exactly.
In return. Some shape, form, or fashion. She needs that. Because if
not romantically.
If not, she might be the one.
It can be.
It can be.
It doesn't matter.
It just really depends on, it could be your sister that's giving you that support.
The reason why I say the only reason I say she needs a good man in a sense is so she'll know what man to give her energy to keep the good thing going. Does that make sense? So she looks at her father, for example. That's the best place to have it.
But what if her father was a piece of shit?
Then she better hope her brother is on his shit.
Or
her uncle. That's what I was saying a minute ago. Most likely those type of women, usually the ones that fall into
daddy issues.
They can. I'm not saying they all do. No, I'm not trying to paint a blanket statement. But they can more easily fall into, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
This shit is interesting, man. Like, this is fucking great fucking topics. We've been in this bitch for 2 hours and 22 minutes, which has been a fucking
2
record.
hours?
2 hours and 22 minutes.
We need to stop fucking
But no, I'm going to tell you this. This has fucking been great. I think it's been a lot of good information. Now, before
was fun. That's the whole
exactly,
point.
yeah,
That's the
exactly.
whole point. It was
And this
super
is like, because I always tell, like, we're gonna get to the point where we're gonna be inviting the same people. So it's not gonna be about what they're doing with their business or whatever. At the certain point, it's just gonna
Elaborate.
be a
I'm
conversation.
Like how you want to unwrap
Post
here.
Malone are.
Unwrap
We-
the present moment. I'm just weaving and making sure I'm putting myself into the fabric of your story, because I hear things recently and I just apply it now to my life. Because what they have, like, I'm just want to be like, when I said this is my Hall of Fame, I was joking, but it was just passing on some shit that I got recently. How they talk about how they feel about people if they should be in the NFL Hall of Fame, because you like sports.
I love sports.
So their criteria should basically goes like this. I know we got two. We're gonna make it quick. If you can't tell the story with the NFL without them, then they really shouldn't be in the hall. Can you tell the story without them? So that's how you know that you're in that Hall of Fame.
Unless you're Chris Benoit.
Oh shit!
Damn. But anyway, so that's my thing, and I was honored because you said this kind of breaks in, initiates the new setup.
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
way, because you got this Christian. We don't have the headphones, but that's fine. I think we did a good job.
I think
we
based on what I'm seeing here on the levels and everything,
I know I
went
got
pretty
loud a
good.
few times. I know I did.
We can always edit that post production. So I
It's
think
fine.
we all did a great job here. AV did a great job.
Yeah, I'm sincere. I know we talked shit, but I'm proud of you guys. AV, I know you're a little toasty tonight. But
We all are toasty. I got fucking toasty. This
Nah,
is
but to be honest, I mean that whole thing there, I don't know.
was good. No, I'm
Yeah,
saying-
I
I
think
was gonna
that's
start- I don't
even
want
the
you to
whole
cry, 'cause
opening
I'm
up,
about to get a-
the whole opening up metaphor and shit. That's what it is. Like if a girl feels comfortable with you, she's gonna open up. Back to your unwording shit, like open up, and she opens up because she fucking
that energy is good.
yeah.
It's a great thing.
She's not gonna
Also-
fuck you if she's not feeling you, unless it's rape, which is weird that you brought that up because I wasn't talking about that at all. I'm just saying if she's feeling your vibe, she's gonna open up.
My thing, I said that because it's like if she's having sex and she's not comfortable.
No, that's what I'm saying. If she
She
opens,
gets comfortable. I was like,
yeah,
of
if she
course.
opens up,
But no,
obviously.
where I was going, he wants to jump back on that shit again. I'm proud of you guys, and I just want to say, good job for you guys getting this shit going, man. And
Appreciate
keep it
that,
up,
bro. Appreciate that. And like I said, bro, you were our 6th episode, which is pretty cool because we still were out there just testing shit out. It's still,
Well, I think you even said on there, you were like, I'm gonna be back, and it's gonna be a complete different setup. And
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we do appreciate that. And like, I feel like this was a good way for us to test, like I said, because not everybody we have here, we're going to just talk about what they're doing as far as business wise or whatever. We're going to
I
invite
think we
people
talked
back.
about business at all in this one.
We didn't talk, and it's crazy. I think it went pretty good. So I think we did a pretty good job, and like, it's proof. I think the whole system, the new setup and everything went good. And shit, I'm excited for the next episode.
Yeah,
And-
dude, especially when you start getting more into sports, and you start bringing like sports people.
Ah
in there
man,
again.
and that's something I've been aching to do. To be honest, like I'm like the podcast really started off as a sports podcast, but I do want to bring people in.
No, but you-
Like I can't wait to bring on Steve-O because I know we're gonna talk about sports. We
hold on.
have to.
Hold on, here's an idea.
You get what I'm saying?
Because you can always cut this out whenever you
Nah, fuck this.
We can always edit.
What's up? What's up?
It's just a suggestion. Why don't you have let's borrow, steal, whatever from the Bill Burr model. Have a Monday podcast that comes out where it's predominantly like your business.
Well, that's the thing. I want to do multiple podcasts. So right now we have the Half Court podcast, which is really
You mean
just
like Alex Taylor?
Hey, right now we need an investor. So if any niggas with money,
here's the thing. I can't do it right now because it's a lot.
Yeah.
This right here, just thinking about how I'm gonna edit this shit is gonna. I'm already stressed.
No,
but
hold on.
once I have editors that can take care of the post-production side of it, I'll have 3 podcasts, which is this podcast to bring people in the city. I want to have a sports podcast, and then I want to have a Spanish podcast.
Okay. But okay, so you might I would just do 2. I would just focus on the half court.
If I have the editors,
Yeah.
and it gets to the point where the main revenue and income is on the podcast, then I'm gonna expand. I'm gonna have maximum 3.
Okay.
Because I want to also reach out to the Hispanic community.
Like, look at how much content the WWE puts out.
No,
Exactly.
I'm saying, but right, obviously just for your time.
Well,
just,
this is gonna be my like.
all your
That's what I wanted to get
But
to
focusing
eventually.
on 2 though, but focusing on 2 will allow you to build those 2 a little faster than focusing on 3. Do the Spanish
Right.
podcast. Now I'm saying keep doing the half court, right?
Right.
You can still technically do 3, but just do it under the half court.
It's gonna-
no, because half court is dope. Because look, think about it in the sense like there's half court on one side and there's half court on another, right? So on one half, like on Monday would be more like the business people, and on Thursday episode would be your sports people, and then on Tuesday or Wednesday or Friday or Saturday would be your Spanish episode. So you
We eventually, that's what I was telling. Like we're gonna get to the point where we're gonna have to upload episodes like every day or so.
But you just shoot them through the week, and then you get them edited for the next week, and then but then if you're that fast, and you can line them up with the guests ahead and book them weeks out in advance, then it'll make your production even better.
I think what that is just building the team first. I think we need a team because editors, right now
find out some editors. Go.
Well, that's the thing. We need
some money.
We need some money. I think at the end of the day, there's editors out there.
Nobody wants to edit whether they're not getting paid.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, maybe you can find somebody who can get some kind of like. Do like a
we need the
or something.
The revenue first.
No, what I'm saying, do like a GoFundMe where you can generate money to put towards an editor.
Kickstarter.
Nah.
I mean, at the end of the day, right now, if we want to put in every description, we can be like, hey, you know, we have a PayPal account. If you guys want to donate to support the cause of us giving us content or the clothing line, which we're working on right now, as far as like a website and shit like that, you can do that. But that comes in with time. I feel like you just can't rush. Right. It's like when people say like, "Hey, I'm gonna start my own clothing line and I'm gonna start selling clothes," but who are you?
Right.
You know,
your brand, right?
Who are you? Like I have people that done that, and I've given them the advice of like, "Hey, don't just sell your clothes right off the bat. Build your brand first and then sell it, because at the end of the day, that's what's worked for us." And I'm giving you guys this insight, so take it in the best way possible. Wear your brand, build it up, and then sell it. When people know who you are, they're gonna want to support, and that's how you get the revenue. That's how you get.
How is your
might not even like the
Hispanic
shirt.
Community? How's your support in the Hispanic community on this podcast right now?
Man,
They fuck with it, but I mean, we haven't had any Spanish speaking people, so
right. I think,
but we have the network to have Spanish speaking people.
Yeah, I think what we're trying to focus on is I've had people that hit me up, especially my people. Hey, you know, why don't you do a Spanish one? I'm like, I do want to get to that because you know there's a big Hispanic community. But then also we were looking is to also expand to a broader audience, because right now we have, if you look at our statistics, all of it is showing, okay, 95% is Oklahoma, the 5% is divided on other countries.
I don't mind it, though, to be honest.
Right. For now, it's good.
We can get all of Oklahoma.
Right. For now, it's good, and that's how you start. And they grateful as fuck, because I really didn't think we're gonna get this support system.
So like doing the Spanish one would probably be good down the line. Like
right. I think
Oklahoma people that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
like I got people.
I want to get Chilinos.
We got people. I want to get your dad. I want to get fucking like my homie barber. He does a lot of shit. I think it'll be interesting. There's just endless opportunities. I would like to get a maestro. There's just
there's a lot of
endless possibilities with this shit. And
time,
I think it's just time and just.
What? Are you gonna do your podcast?
I decided I'm gonna do that show first. I'm gonna start with my show.
You saying you were telling me you were gonna do a YouTube, huh?
Yeah.
Reviewing shit or what?
I think I'm just gonna do series. I just want.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that.
I have so many ideas.
Hell yeah. Anyways, shit. I think we should wrap this shit up because I do not want to edit this long ass podcast.
I hear you.
I thank you guys once again for coming through. I thank you for just saying, hey, the people want to see me back in the podcast, and what I mean by the people, I mean myself. That was hilarious. Yeah. But it was a great opportunity for us to test like how we're gonna do when we invite people back again. Because like I said, I want to get people back again. I think the next guest we're gonna have back again is David, and I'm hell excited for that. But that's gonna be episode 30. I told him that. But I'm excited because it's like just regular conversation type shit, and that's where we gotta shine. But guys, thank you once again. Before we leave this podcast, what you guys got planned?
My show. I'm working on a show.
Okay, what is the show about?
I can't really.
Top secret. All right, J.
That's all I'm
Paulo.
gonna say.
The same thing. It's just graphics. Just
Graphics. One thing I want to talk to you about before I leave.
What's that?
Your vegan recipes, bro. What? You fully vegan, right?
Well, yeah, pretty much plant based. I mean, every once in a while,
Plant based. Okay.
I mean, I'll use honey every now and then.
Because you make some fucking shit based on what you posted looks fucking good, and I want to reduce the meat as much as I can. I won't let it go because. Pause. I don't want to let it I don't want to fully be like, you know what? I'm gonna go fully plant based because I just can't. But I want to reduce the.
That's your path. That's fine.
You know what I'm saying? Like reduce the meat as much as I can because I know it's not good, but I feel like we do at a certain degree. We need a little bit of The
reply to that is don't take them first off.
But I lack of recipes.
I appreciate that. I do appreciate the love. If you want to do that, then just do that.
Right, but I don't like.
Okay, how? Okay, so
where do you get the recipes
online? Type online. Type in
High protein. That's
okay. You can do it. Depends what you're looking for. I'll send
I'm trying to get him to
links.
do a cooking show.
I'll send you some links and stuff.
I think you would be. I'd be great.
I can do the thing about doing that, but I'll send you some links and stuff which you go towards, and some of them will be maybe pushing towards. So you got to kind of go get through that because you're just gonna have to stay focused because they're gonna be hitting you sometimes with things like why you don't want to eat meat. But if you want to eat meat, just kind of ignore that because if you listen to that too much, you're like, I don't want to eat meat after this. So
it's like that Netflix series. It's like
Yeah,
it was kind of like a bias to a certain
of
degree.
course, it's always gonna be.
I'm like, fuck.
But
I need
it
one of
depends
those
on
before I
who's.
go.
It depends
So
on.
what?
I need like 2 of those.
I got some. I got some.
But it depends on who's writing it. So the thing about being vegan, like or plant based or whatever, how I'm working at it right now is I'm working on my diet of removing as much processed foods, even on from the vegan side, like not even using vegan cheeses and not even using oils as much and not using vegan.
Because at the end of the day, it's processed.
It's processed and it has oil in it because oil is bad. You can still have high cholesterol, whatever if you're a vegan. So I'm just doing as much to maintain because I want to maintain how I feel, how I look. You know what I mean?
You do, and that's what one thing I was talking about. Like I feel like that is important. When I get to my 50s, I want to look fucking solid as fucking The Rock, solid as I forgot who the fuck was it.
I don't know if it's genes.
Oh, Mike Tyson. He
But
was
you
fucking.
Look young. But you look young, so you wanna like stay now on it now as much because you still have a baby face.
Yeah, exactly.
You got good skin. You have good features. So you want to maintain. You want to stay on that as much as possible with your diet because you are what you eat. And I've said this on another podcast.
Pussy. No.
Exactly. So I've said this before on other things before, and it's my go-to now is how I explain of the diet that I eat.
Because you look pretty damn good. Like I would not like if I walk in this door and I see you two, I'm like, oh, how old is your brother?
Yeah.
Type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
yeah. And I appreciate that, and that's good because that's what that. But that motivates me to stay on that path. Is one thing, right? But here's the thing: do I want to eat meat?
But I'm not gonna lie though, the Jesus looks kind of dope too. When you have the beard and the long hair, that shit looks dope.
No, but this is
I
still.
told you.
I know.
Yeah, you should.
I know, but listen,
bring it.
this
You
is-
should have
that's
brought
the
it back for
sign.
a quarantine.
I
That
know,
was
I
your
know.
perfect excuse.
I told you today. Nah,
Listen,
see,
I'm
now
not
he's saying it.
I was looking at an AV footage.
He's saying it now.
Where you were in the studio and fucking doing like with J Poe and all them people. And like, I was like, bro, this is the Jesus we're looking for.
Right,
I'm trying to get him to do it for my show.
Here's the thing, right? But the thing is, like, I'll just keep it real. My hairline's, it's going to recede and it's going back, and I need to cut this because it's getting,
But you
shaggy.
got the hair though to back it up. Some people don't.
But and I'll fix it up. So what I'm saying, the look is, and the joke continues, is like I'm still Jesus, but I had to change my look up because the Romans and Jews are looking for me again. So that's why I had to switch it up. So I had to change it. I'm getting like, fuck boy Jesus. That's what that's what I look like. So anyway, to answer your thing about that, I know you don't edit this shit. You can just cut this. Don't even put this in. Or you can put this later. And
I'm gonna put it in.
Yeah, but okay, that's what he said.
That's what she said. Whatever.
When I eat the meat, which I do want to eat, so I was saying that I do like meat. I don't eat meat because I don't like it. This nigga, god damn it! I fucking should have. Carne, pause on that.
Say
too.
no homo.
Animals.
Just say no homo.
I don't want to say that. That's whack. Say
Hit
no.
him with the no homo.
That makes you gay saying no homo. So listen, animals. I would like to eat animals, but I don't because of how my beliefs, right? But I know they're delicious to me. I know they're delicious, but when I eat it, it's dead. First, you got to kill it, right? Mm-hmm. And then you got to cook it, and you got to kill it again. So that's like death twice that I'm eating, right? That's what I think in my head. So when I'm eating these plants and these other things, I'm eating something that's dying because I'd always get flack back from meat eaters and omnivores or whatever. Like, well, you're eating a live animal
creature.
The thing is alive. So I'm like, okay, fine, and I want to do that, but it's still alive when I'm eating it. It's not rotten. It's dying. So that means I'm still eating alive. So it would be better off if you went and because think about it. When a true carnivore eats an animal, it's prey. It doesn't kill it and then go, all right, Bob, you skin the zebra. I'm going to build the fire. We're going to roast this. How do you want yours? Medium rare, Chuck? Okay. That's not how it goes down. Motherfuckers just go and
Do you see the praying mantis eat?
Yeah, it ate the hornet's head alive.
Yeah,
just ate its head down.
Nature in general is fucking crazy.
It's horrible, dude. It's
fucking
it's
crazy.
scary, bro. It's scary. So that's why I'm like, I'm okay with vegans, but I'm not okay because sometimes they're like too pressy with the animal shit. But I know an animal will fuck me up if given the chance. It's not gonna respect me and be like, Mr. Bear, I have inalienable rights and I'm
a human. You should not eat me. The bear's not gonna give a fuck. It's gonna tear the fuck out of you.
I have a dog at home and 3 lizards. Like,
yeah.
They're gonna
Yeah, all that is interesting.
So to help you out with that diet, and the reason I present it the way I do is because I know people eat with their eyes first. That's why I put it on purpose. I could easily just slap it on there and just eat it and it wouldn't look appealing. But if I want to convince people to kind of eat more of this stuff, you got to present it in a way that they
I'm
like
like,
it.
fuck, that looks good.
Right, and that's what you'll do. And then you get them to think, oh.
But then I look at the overall, like, it looks good, but I know it's going to do better for me.
And
it's not just like.
I feel, on purpose, during this quarantine, I got my diet. I started working out because for you, inspiring. But I went, but I got Mexican Coke, not cocaine. I got Mexican Coca-Cola because it has like actual sugar in it. But that was like my Johnny or whatever for me. Yeah. Because I don't drink. So I went and got like 4 one night, and the next night after that I had 4. And I went and got some desserts from Red Cup because they were vegan, but I was getting a ton of sugar in. And then I started to break out real quick just to test it. And I go, okay, yeah, don't eat sugar, stupid. Simple. And now you can test on yourself. But then you're going to work on your body, what you like, what works. And I'll send you some links to answer your question.
Appreciate that, man. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this fucking shit up, man. Longest podcast, record broken once again by the guy himself, the legend, the myth, J. Paulo. If you guys need any graphic designs, we'll leave his information in the description. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this shit up. So we are
Be safe,
out.
everyone.
Peace.